Penis.
Heyo! Hello,
Dicks.
everybody, and welcome back with us,
Bag of dicks.
Ginton Dice. So please go ahead and grab a chair, get a drink, sit back, and question yourself why you listen to us bunch nerdy friends who sit a virtual table to play Dungeons and Dragons. So,
Day of the
One
hour?
D&D. One D&D.
they're about to come out with
Yeah,
6,
one-
right?
one
It's
D&D.
next year's 5.5,
No, it's
right?
not 6. It's 1D&D.
No, it's not even 6, it's 5.5.
It's 5.5.
Yeah.
It's 5.5,
No, it's not
six.
5.5. It's 1D&D.
It's
Yeah,
still
my ass.
they want to call it
It-
that, but it's still 5.5. Regardless,
We aren't gonna allow it.
regardless, um,
Well, penis.
I don't like to waste time, so why don't we just go ahead and hop right back into this, shall we?
Yep.
So, where we last left off, you guys, after receiving the shield, came back to Raqqa. You helped a traveler along the way with Niall Vern, who was accompanying you, but you helped Prime Peak, a archer, if you will, from Raqqa, who was a lower level of the guild, deal with a couple of Eatons, that's what they were, on the outskirts of some hills. You
We
guys,
helped her?
yeah.
We helped
You guys all travel together, accompany a shard-like humanoid who seemed to have remembered what they were doing, but when you guys met that individual, he had like kind of like a crack in his head, but you guys healed him, and he has been like a very silent trap the entire time. After you guys made it to Raqqa, Niall went his own way back to the inn that he stayed at, which I'll say here in a second. No, it wasn't that one. It was the Silent Diamond. Prime took the shard individual to the barracks, and after you guys kind of doing a very small, just getting your sense of the city, also traveled to the barracks, more specifically towards the kind of like the barracks that was attached to the giant coliseum that's in the middle of the city. You guys mentioned about the shield and talked to the leaders of Raqqa, who are not on here. Anyways, you guys talked to them. They investigated you guys just to make sure nobody was doing anything funny with the shield. After the shield was discovered to be possibly a fake, and it was Ilori and Ilorel. After talking to them and going through the investigation process, you guys were clean. Also, you were given the reward that was stated if somebody actually brought back the shield. And they said that you guys, pretty much being the only ones who brought back information, was highly valuable. You guys went back and purchased a room at the Silent Diamond as well. Split the gold between all of you, and made a idea of traveling to Zetham to possibly investigate further. Is there anything anybody wanting to do that night?
I take my split of the 500 gold, and I put it in Clarence's bag.
God, I don't understand why you just didn't tell me that last time. So now I have to put more gold in the bag of holding.
Yes.
I mean, I ain't carrying 500. I'm a kobold.
You got you
Um,
like got you make golden armor now or something.
I
Yeah,
technically
probably,
could,
actually.
but I can't make armor that's
So you're
worth
putting
more than 100
all.
gold.
Hold on. Putting all 500 in there.
Yes.
So okay, so there will be 800 in there, because I'm only putting 300 of my gold in there.
You can carry 200 gold on your person.
I don't know how much I can carry. That's what I don't know how we're doing carry limits. Should I put it all on there?
It will show on your sheet if you go to inventory, the
Yep.
very bottom bar that
Fine.
you
I'll
see.
put
Ah,
400
so I
of
still have-
mine
yeah.
in there.
Yeah, you can go up
Yeah.
to 135.
I'll
So,
put
like,
400 on there instead.
Think about it like right now, you're like, which I'm not playing by the idea of it, but if you were like in that last bar, it's kind of like you're reaching the heavy point, but you're still fine. But
It says I'm not encumbered if I carry all 500, so I might as well keep all 500 on me.
I'm gonna put some in the bag
you
of
do
holding.
you.
Person. So you're putting yours
I
back
would like
in your
to put
bag.
400. I would like to put 400 in the bag of holding.
So
if I
there's
get robbed, it's
700 total in the bag
Yeah.
of holding. Okay. All right. Now I'm done. The conversation's over. It's updated.
Anybody else?
Well, not tonight. You don't think? Is there any shops that are open?
Um, it wasn't like late or anything like that, but it was like in the evening for sure. So if you wanted to go look at some shops, or you guys still mentioned stuff earlier about possibly visiting a church,
Oh yeah.
and I don't know if there was anything else, but
Because I have a demon inside of me.
Would there be any temples to the Platinum Dragon here?
Or any temples in general?
I'll just make it slightly easier. Upon asking, there is a church north of the city that's located in Northtown. Again, that's just the district, what it's called, Northtown, in the city. But they'll tell you. It is a church of Malar.
Do
Do you wanna go try that, Garbo?
Yeah, we could see if somebody there might be able to see something that we can't.
Yeah, we'll try to make a little like what's the word? Flyby. Just a little quick visit.
See if they
Sure.
can remove curse.
Anybody else going anywhere else?
I'll see if I can find a blacksmith shop. You want to go with Elise or no?
So here's the thing. This is for Joseph to comment on. So a thing that Druid says is like they have this stupid thing that Druids don't wear anything metal, but I don't really like that idea. How strict are you with that?
Podan was wearing
As long
metal,
as you're
right?
proficient with it, for now, we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
it's
as long
it's just such such a
you're kind of like a different druid in the way everything is made, and
she's not
so
a fucking nature loving hippie druid.
so as long as you're still proficient with it, then you should be fine. Because if you're not, obviously that would affect your spellcasting.
Obviously.
What if you accidentally cast heat metal?
Yeah, well, that's the price you have to pay, right?
Accidental.
I mean, I also have heat metal myself. So.
Garby's like, do I have that prepared?
Garbu always has it. Prepared. It's
There
literally part
is
of his class.
2 blacksmiths. They are kind of relatively close to the Coliseum, which is in Red Hill. That's the district that holds the Coliseum and any shops that are close by. and they're pretty much anything that deals with like combat scenarios and stuff like that, you'll find in the center. Whatever weapons that can be made, they want to keep it close to the Coliseum in case, whatever events is happening, people could have almost a slight easy access into getting something and to go and participate.
Did you want to go with and see if what we can find for armor?
Sure.
Oh. You two will be alright, right?
We're great.
Okay. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I'm a good kobold.
Yeah, we'll be okay. We're going to church, man. It's not like
Yeah.
like we're going to church.
Have fun
Right.
at the blacksmith.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Don't burn the place down.
I actually kind of am a little jealous because I like blacksmithing. So like,
I do too.
yeah, it's kind of weird that we're going to church and they're going to a blacksmith. But I do have a demon inside of me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could try to remove curse in the morning, but I don't know.
It's okay. We'll go to church.
Take me to church.
Alright. Bryce, or sorry, Clarence and Aeth, just roll me a d20.
We're gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm just clicking. Yeah. Oh no.
Was so annoying.
I don't. It's a
Oh,
5, so
okay.
that's.
Okay, could have been worse.
At least not on that one,
Aeth
Yeah.
will go with you first.
Alright.
So, if I'm correct, both you and Elise will go into the blacksmith, correct?
Yes.
Okay. As you guys pretty much asking directions, and again, the way the city has been built, the roads themselves are like easily navigatable. They don't tend to have a lot of shops on the, think of like streets that go in between buildings and stuff like that. That's probably like where you would find more homes and houses and stuff like that for people. If it's typical shops and stuff like that, it's like on the street front so everybody can see.
Oh.
But anyways, as you guys head to the blacksmith, there were 2 different ones as I stated earlier, and you can have your pick. There's the Fighter's Scabbard and Arva's Pommel.
Should we try the pummel first, or
I mean, I like the one that has a name in it.
we'll go with the one with the name first?
Very well, very well. I'm looking for this. Hey. Okay. You go into the pommel. Pommel. Hey. So, as you guys approach the shop, the way it is like a log row house, with an orange shingled roof and slightly blowing chimes by the door. It contains a large open floor with pillars and saws and tools hanging from the ceiling in a very weird fashion of decorations, but it almost seems like they're showing some of their things that they're willing to make and do. You guys can see a woman that is cold, but like kind of like calculating air, if you will, around her. Like she's always keeping an eye and judging everything she sees when people come in and out. But she is very well dressed. But even with her fine clothing, she does kind of look a little bit run down. Her brass crest is braided into rings. Her eyes are likewise goldish color. Her teeth are white and perfect. You guys see a female dragonborn as you guys walk in and having a look around. Hi, my name is Erva. What can I do for you?
Hello. I am Aeth, and this um this is Elise. We were wondering what you got. Well, I'm wondering what you have for armor.
It depends on what you're looking for. I can make all sorts of kind and have some relatively available.
Mm, maybe something a bit heavier, but not too much heavier than this.
What are you wearing?
I don't know how. I'm wearing light armor.
Okay.
I don't know how messed up it is at this point
Are you
because I
wearing
can't see.
Dick from State Farm.
Khakis.
She'll kind of like pull out just like a list. It's not like a big heavy book or anything like that, but it's just a list of things that you're showcasing her items, if you will. Here's some of the things that I have relatively available now, and there's others that I can start building in the process if I don't have what you're acquiring for.
Does she give me the piece of paper to look at?
It's like a very thin like journal, if you will. There's a couple of like, you know, not that you can tell, but you know,
Yes.
pages that are don't have anything on it in case if she's wanting to ever add stuff to it. But it's relatively thin. It's like a very thin, small like book that she kind of puts on the counter.
Hmm. I see. Well, what would you recommend? I'm usually in the thick of things when we do run into enemies, so I need
Well,
something to.
if you are usually up front when fighting tends to start, and if you know that you get hit pretty hard, you might want to get some pretty heavy armor.
Well, it can't be too heavy for me.
You can like feel like her breath as she gently kind of blows in your direction, almost like she's trying to estimate you a little bit and just. But I don't think you can withstand the heaviest of armor with your physique, if I can be plain with you.
That's all right. Um,
So, what are you inquiring mostly about?
gotta be something.
Can you go into medium armor?
I
Or
can,
do
yeah.
you... Okay. Uh.
Oh.
But pretty much chain shirt, scale mail, breastplate, half plate.
Breastplate.
Backwards. Let's see. Because the chain shirt is 13 plus dex, scale is 14, breastplate 14, and half plate 15. But both scale and half plate, you'll get disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah. Breastplate, I don't think I get disadvantage on that, though.
Nope.
No, you don't.
You do not? Or is that what you like?
Yes.
Is that what you like? Okay. As you tell her, and she pretty much shows, and it's just, oh, okay. Kind of takes it and looks through a little bit. I can do about 380.
Like that works quite fine.
Very well. Is there are you wanting this freshly made or through the inventory that I have?
What would be the benefit of freshly made or inventory you have?
Well, some people prefer to have new armor, if you will. They think it can, like a new thing, withstand mightier blows than a typical breastplate that you might come across that's been used, if you will. But to me, there is no difference. It's just depending on some I have some that are not as much dented, some with tinier scratches that are easily buffed out, but it shows that it's in good use.
We can go with one of the inventory ones then.
Very well. And at least you're there too, right?
Mm.
Is there anything you would like?
Elise looks at the list. I think I would probably upgrade a little bit as well. Maybe I guess something that I could wear under my robes, maybe a chain shirt or something if you have one of those lying around.
I do. I happily made some today, so they are, as I said, was saying slightly earlier, one of the newer things. So, I can do 75 for that. Oh, sorry, you said chain shirt, right?
Chain shirt, yeah.
I'm stupid.
Chainmail 75. That was the thing. I was like, my brain was like, wait a minute, that sounds too expensive for a chain. Chain shirt.
50.
Yeah, 50 sounds legit.
I said 75 and I was like, wait, and I kind of like went back and looked. I'm like, oh, that's the wrong chain.
Yeah. It's like I can't wear chainmail. I think even as with my strength score of 9. I'm quite sure chainmail is one of the ones where you need like an X amount of strength for.
She got tired and accidentally put one chainmail with the rest of the chain shirts, and
yeah,
it's like legit just like chains that you would see like on a boat to hold the anchor, and she just throws it at you. Try it on and tell me if it fits.
Like, oh shit. Too heavy.
But no, so 50 for that, and so
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure, I'll do 50.
So go ahead and take 50 off. Take 380 off. She goes ahead and tries to take some of your measurement at least. She asks as well, like if you prefer, you can kind of like, she has like a little corner that she can have people in to take measurements if they don't feel comfortable. You're obviously not getting naked by any means, but you know, you're just showing, since you have your coat, she's trying to be nice about it, but she takes your measurements regardless. And then tries to put a couple together, so about somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes or so to get one in your size and change it up a little bit, but fits really nice for you. And for you, Aeth, you do get a breastplate. It seems a couple of scratches here and there that you can feel as you rub on the back, but it also kind of feels, I guess you could say, relatively smooth, almost as if she's tried to do her best to kind of like clean it up, but she's not going to put like a whole ounce of work to make it look like it's brand new or anything. These kind of like stated earlier, for easier convenience for people who might partake in events, they might go partake in an event and then come bring it back. So they may not get all of their money back, but you know, it's like a weird kind of system that they have going for people. Depending on whatever the event is, it could be something like, you know, who is, let's just say, the strongest in this district, and so you might get people who want to go and just do it for fun, but they don't typically carry these type of armor, so they'll go put down a payment, go do it, and come back, and depending on how messed up the armor is how much they don't get back. But it's a decent paying system, since they tend to have a decent amount of between small to somewhat rare big events that happens. But anyways,
like a deposit. It's like one of those deposit checks. It's like, all right, you can have it for this amount of time, and then bring it back, and whatever damage, we'll take it off from your deposit.
Yeah, people don't complain. I mean, they get to go do what they like, and you know, put a little money down. But anyways, after she gets you guys set up, is there anything I can do for you? Anything else, or?
I think that's it for me, I believe. At least did you?
Is there any place where they sell diamonds?
And she sings that, by the way, too.
Must be karaoke night.
Yes, there is a Peter's Jewelry on the Fairy Crown side.
Huh?
And she
I
kind of...
want to hit that up. I need a diamond for a spell in case one of you kicks the can.
Sure, I could help pay for it too.
She gives directions to there, and as you guys are done, and she kind of goes and escorts you guys out. She opens the door, and as you two kind of step out, she yells, looking kind of like across the street, if you will, "Another happy customers who came to my store." And across the street is the other blacksmith, who you can kind of see like not necessarily a shadowy like figure in the window. You can see a little bit of the individual, and you can just see their hand go up, and you could probably understand what kind of signal he gave.
Nice.
But you two are able to walk to the jewelry store. So in that time, the other two who went to the Church of Malar.
Went from a 14 armor class to a 17.
Hell yeah. I went from 15 to 17 as well.
Brayden, we won't say anything because ours is that low too, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. We're
I'm
down
definitely
there.
not currently scheming to try to make myself a set of plate mail.
So, anyways,
1500 gold.
As you guys
Or raw materials.
get to the location that you were pointed to, you can see the church is a stucco and large single-story building with a white shingled roof and tile flooring. It is well lit by a few magical torches that they have. It contains a large open floor with pillars and stained glass windows of religious art. As you guys go into the church, as it says, it's looks like it's very well kept, especially for a city, if you will, that likes combat and uh, Garber, why don't you go ahead and give me a religion check? I'm just
I don't
curious.
know why I was struggling to find it on my list. I was like, what letter does it start with?
You remember something small of Malar that this individual is, or this entity, is like the god of combat, if you will. They cherish fighters, and
Are the stained glass windows like depicting battle as well?
yes, but it's not like it's very detailed, if you will. It's just
Not like gory. It's like a guy holding a sword.
yeah,
like,
it's
facing towards another guy holding a mace.
it's very simplistic, but the colors that they used of the stained tile or the stained glasses still looks really nice. Um, but for a city that like really does love combat, like this place is like looks like free of whether it's scratches or little broken pieces here and there. It's like they do their best to keep this place up tidy.
For a temple of fighting, it's very not fighty.
Is that
There
bad?
there is a priest who is in robes, if you will, just of the kind of showcasing the same colors of Raqqa city colors. As he comes up to you and it's just, hello, young ones. Is there anything you two are requiring?
My friend thinks he's possessed or cursed.
Okay,
I couldn't detect anything.
before we start, can I just tell him what happened?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Priestman. Should I call you that? Is that? Do you have a name?
You
Like
go by Holy Father.
Holy Father?
You may call me that. That is fine.
Okay. All right, Jesus Daddy. All right. So basically, I opened this urn. Uh, this cloud of ash came out, and with it came out this spectral anomaly, demon. I don't know. She looked really mad. Said something about I should take her back to where she died or was buried. It's a little fuzzy at this point. But then she kind of like flew inside of my body. And I haven't felt her or like gotten to talk to her. I've tried, but like she's in there. I'm not crazy. Do I
Show
seem
him the
crazy?
urn. Show him the urn.
Yeah, yeah. I'll pull out the urn and I'll show it to him. Blah blah blah.
You kind of pull it out and he's just he doesn't grab it from you, but he just kind of like inspects it a little bit and it's just did anybody else see this thing happen?
We just kind of saw a cloud of dust kind of take up the whole area and then saw him walk out coughing.
I'm not crazy. I'm just it happened. Okay.
I'll be the judge of that. Look, if you guys are needing help, I can help you and send you to the right help you need. If you're having a bit of a problem with certain materials, are you
Well,
guys?
he's not on drugs. Sorry, or Garbu doesn't have a beard. My snout's in the way. Like lifts his head up. I'm a holy person for the Great Platinum Dragon.
Oh, well, that is nice
I
to
couldn't
know.
detect anything. If there is anything, it's above my purview of ability?
Garbu doesn't know what purview means.
It's above. Sorry, that's play. It's above my own abilities.
I know. I was joking. I'm sorry.
Garbu wouldn't know big words, so thank you. I need to get better
both
at
of
playing Garbu's
you
intelligence.
can make both of you can make a persuasion check, or one of you can make it with advantage.
Brayden, you want to make it with advantage? Yeah, you can.
I have a -2. Can you make
I'll
it with
do it with
advantage?
advantage. God, no, to me, it's
Okay,
not.
I'll do it with advantage.
No, I'll do it with. Okay.
It was advantage, you know?
Yep.
Right?
Yep. I'm not gonna say a
I
word.
had, oh,
I'm just glad it was you.
yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Glad that was
Look.
advantage.
Look. That is the best and worst.
Oh, sorry. I looked at my charisma modifier, not my persuasion modifier. I
Oh,
have
okay.
a +1.
Yeah.
I'm good at telling the truth. I'm bad at lying.
Okay. Yeah. No.
The dice wanted you to do a nat 1.
But the
It-
advantage.
The
Clarence
DM was the
wanted
one
me
who
to-
said advantage.
One
But the
of the-
dice
It
wanted
could be
you.
one of us, or one of us would have advantage.
The dice wanted you to have a nat 1.
One of those
Um,
was my roll, and
Clarence.
one of this was yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because of Clarence that I got the natural 20.
Listening to this and understanding that a divine cleric, if you will, that also seemed to vouch for this event, while the some of the occurrences do seem to be obviously weird, as only one person had saw it, which was the one who states they are currently possessed. But with a divine person, they're willing to believe that what you guys are telling the truth and not on drugs.
I mean, it could still be drugs. We don't. That's out of character, though.
I can take you to okay, yeah. I can take you to Mother Morono if you want to see her. She might have a deeper understanding of what this could possibly be.
Please. That would be great.
If you two will come with me, please.
Yeah.
And he kind of guides you through the altar room where people can either come and pray or cherish or celebrate, and kind of leads you to the back a little bit. And when he approaches this one door, he just kind of if you will hold on right here for 1 second, and knocks on the door. Mother Monroe, I have two individuals here that could use your expertise and possible help. And you guys can hear what sounds like... Actually, both of you go ahead and make no, it doesn't matter. As both of you can kind of hear just like the sounds of like somebody grunting, if you will, and a deep voice, in fact, and you hear, "Yeah, open the door." And he turns to you two and nods, and both of you can go in and speak to her, and hopefully she can help you with your dilemma. And kind of bows to both of you and goes back towards the front of the church. As you guys open the door and enter, there is a heavy incense of, well, incense, like a fog, like, if you will, that it's not where you can't see through it, but it's just a lot in here. And you
hot boxing in there.
You guys can see a what appears to be a female Goliath who's wearing what appears to be probably workout clothes, as she is currently benching weights by herself, and is
I kind of nudge Garbu and I'm like, "What is that? Is like that? Is that the power of God?
Of her god.
Wow." Sorry.
as you two enter in.
Power of God compels you and just picks you up and slams you into a wall.
It's like one of the. Did you ever have those guys that like bent stuff, come to your school, but they were like the Jesus don't do drug guys?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of right now. The power of God allows me to pin this barbell.
Kind that could
This
like
is-
put a coconut in their bicep
Yes,
and just
yes.
This
yes.
is the
smash it.
people that are like in the DARE program, but they are jacked beyond belief.
yeah.
Like, oh, they recently was also on, Saturday Night Wrestling. But anyways,
They might not be doing drugs, but they might still be doing steroids.
You guys get told to go ahead and shut the door,
I shut the door.
and kind of puts the weights above her and kind of sits up, and you can see just drenched in sweat, and she's
Definitely got a god tattoo on her bicep.
she does. She has like just the symbol of like kind of like the symbol for Malar on her left bicep, and it's just like big. Her bicep is big as one of you, pretty much, and she's just what can I do for you two?
Garbu, yeah, you want to take this? Because nobody believes me when I say it. So,
I'm a cleric of Bahamut the Platinum Dragon. This is my friend Clarence. During a course of our travels, he seems to have encountered some sort of spirit or curse or other means that seems to have scared him, and he's trying to figure that out. And I've been trying to help him, and I just can't figure anything out. And we were wondering if maybe you could take a look. And I'd like to try and lean to like the side that has the strength pendant on it, just to be like, hey, look at me, I can do some strong stuff too. I might have skinny little kobold arms because I'm a kobold, but relative to other kobolds, I'm probably strong.
You can like almost like the second you mention that this person and possible like possession, if you will, her gaze goes to Clarence, and it's like even though you try to hint at what you have, like she just is not paying attention to it at all, and she's just kind of sitting up and breathing heavily, and just come here, Clarence, right?
yes.
Come here.
Okay, and then I go over immediately.
As you do, and she's just like closer, and like
Okay.
until you're like face to face with her.
I feel like he's just taking one
And-
step at a time. Intimidated.
Definitely. That's not, yeah. Like he's a tiny little goblin with 4 strength or something, dude.
Okay.
That
Hold on, I want to check something.
It's not 4, it's 9. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
No,
it's
not that.
better
That's
than what
it?
my charisma
Oh
is.
yeah, it's
No,
9. I have 9 strength.
I don't care about that. I'm just curious about something.
I'm real smart.
Okay.
That's what. That's all I got.
Okay. So she is like staring into your eyes as heavily as possible, and she's like, you could just feel the hot breath constantly hitting your face, where like even a little bit of the moisture is now starting to build up, and you don't know if it is moisture or sweat or anything else, but and she looks at you and she's, I can't really tell of anything, but, and kind of stands up a little bit and brushes by you and kind of like does like a few stretches, but we can try to check it out if you want. You guys got a couple of minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah.
All right. You cleric of the paladin dragon platinum. That was my mistake. Go ahead and set up a ritual table for me, please. And she kind
I'm
of
gonna assume that she's talking about like remove curse or that sort of thing, and so I'll try to prepare stuff for that.
I would say general of like how to set something up where
I just assumed like there were different rituals for different spells, but if there's just like a general
it's more
ritual.
there's a basic one that that a lot of churches and high priestess, clerics, and whoever can use to where it's just very basic, and like it allows the whoever's going to use it to then go in and add things to it if they want to.
I'll set that up then.
And she kind of just goes to her like her desk and is like starting to wipe off some of the sweat and like put on some clothes, and you see like the robe of like
The
a
sleeves are
father.
ripped off.
Yeah, but it doesn't have any sleeves and the collar's just like straight up, and it's like very questionable, but this is like the person of this church. So as that's happening, we'll go back to the other two who makes it to the jewelry store. So, as you two head into Peter's jewelry, you can see there is plaster and wood framed and large single-story building with a reinforced wooden door and softly blowing chimes by the door. A number of hunting trophies line the walls. It contains antique cabinets filled with oddities and a large, well-used grindstone. As you guys come in, you can see sorry, looking this up. Okay, yeah. You can see what appears to be kind of like a youngish male Goliath. Seems to just be kind of wiping the countertops, and looks like he's just doing a little bit of inventory because it is getting late. He's just, oh, hello. Welcome to Peter's Jewelry. What can I help you with? As he kind of puts the rags down and.
We need a diamond worth 300 gold.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Okay. If you don't mind, if I can go ahead and have the gold, so this way, nobody tries to run off or steal. It's part of policy.
Well, he just like plonks 300 gold on the table.
Okay. He takes it and just kind of does a quick check, and he's okay. Seems like it's all here. Puts it back and puts it up in the safe, and then he goes, "Give me one moment, and I'll be right back with it." Just kind of goes into the back and comes out with a about like 2 or 3 minutes later comes out with a chest, just big enough to hold this, and kind of gives it to you, and it's just there you go, 1 diamond that is worth 300 gold.
Is it in a chest?
Yeah, it's like because I'm picturing them like not big at all, and so it's just
No,
like
like a 300 diamond is like.
yeah, so it's like that big of a like a little box, if you will.
Like at least opens it, looks at it. And I guess what she would do at this point is like sort of like, how do you call it, try to summon a bit of the energy and see if the spell tries to take hold of the gem, just to make sure that it's the correct amount, just double checking.
Yes. It
Good.
it is
Yeah.
perfect. It kind of does it relatively quickly.
And these guys closes it again. Oh, thank you for this gem, and have a good evening.
No problem. You guys have a good evening as well, and hopefully see you guys back. Kind of picks up the rag and goes back to the countertop.
At least puts the little box in there. How do you call it?
The chest.
Haversack.
No, in her like she what she does, like as they're walking out, Elise will say to Aid like, you can't see this anyway, and then she takes out the gem, puts it in her like her bra, like under there, and then she's just like, this is a good safe place for it.
It's
I don't know where you put it, but it sounds like it must be a safe place then.
You just hear the shuffling of clothes.
Yeah.
She
She looks at Aid, and then she looks at Aid, and she's like, oh, I don't even need to tell. Like she thinks inside her head, like, oh, I don't even need to tell him to look away.
All he feels is that there's a slight vibration over there, right?
Yeah.
It's not even like a slight vibration, because if you guys kind of did it as you like go out, like those other noises
Mid-step.
that kind of comes in, and it's just like, you know, sounds normal, if you will. But the stone is actually very smooth, like, if you will. It seems like a lot of it has if this is probably how they keep very good of their jewelry, probably the rest is like the same. So you're lucky there's no pointy ends or anything like that.
No.
Ooh.
But
Then you just pointed the pointy end away from you.
yeah.
No.
Then you
And if someone ever tries to grope you, they get stuck by diamond.
then you really could
Ow!
be say cutting diamonds,
It's cold
right?
outside.
I mean, diamonds are a girl's best friend, right?
So
Yeah.
You should get a second one.
Yeah.
So with a very
I need my money for that.
with a very easy and simple transaction, we will head back to the other two, with the ritual being set up, and Morno kind of goes and fills out a little bit of her own within the space. So imagine you have a small circle, and within the small circle, the individual, so in this case Clarence, will be sitting, and then there's like, imagine like 3 pillars that are going outwards, and then another bigger circle, and within each of those 3 sections, the person who is casting can like write whatever they want in there to help them identify something. And as she kind of gets done setting this up and kind of goes and sits down, hi, cleric of the Platinum Dragon, light the candles for me. And then she just like, she was like
Do it with thaumaturgy.
kind of like a little bit of shifty and moving as she kind of goes and sits down, but then it's like once she feels like she's gotten in spot, like she looks like she goes to a stone statue, if it would, not moving, almost like you can't tell if she's breathing, and she's just staring straight at you, Clarence.
Hi.
Very intimidating, like, as well.
So, should I be naked for this? I'm just wondering. I'm not like saying I want to be. Should I? Oh,
She's just like not blinking, what feels like not breathing, just staring at you.
is this how all priests are, Garbu? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be quiet. I just talk when I'm nervous sometimes. And
A lot of the older ones are really creepy.
Yeah.
At that moment, as you guys are kind of having this conversation back and forth, Clarence,
Yes.
if I can have everybody but you to mute or deafened. The fun of this.
Oh no. I'm dead.
You won't die just yet.
That's not fair.
What do you mean it's not fair? It's quite.
I know it's true. It's true. It is very fair.
I think Cole may have done a little more than deafened.
He's trying to go far beyond the limits.
vertical.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, there we go. We good now. All right. As you were kind of having this conversation with Garbu, it's almost like you instantly blacked out.
Oh.
As you were having this conversation with him, the fog-like incense that is around you. It's almost like everything just disappeared but the fog. It's just total black.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see as you kind of start to like look around, you can see what appears to be actually can't see it just yet. You hear the sounds of chains rattling just very slightly in the distance.
Hello?
You don't get a response, just the oh, I could have music playing too. I completely forgot about that. Anyways, no, you don't hear like a response, just a like the sound of the rattling, if you will.
But I'm conscious, like I can still see my body move and like stuff like that, right? Okay.
Yep.
Can I want to stay where I'm at,
Sure.
but then I want to
There we go.
I don't know.
What are you doing?
I want to Can I just cast shield on myself out of scaredness?
You try to cast, but you don't feel like anything went off.
Okay. Okay. Then we're gonna pull the crossbow out and just hold it.
You kind of go for your crossbow and like it's not there.
Okay. Getting a little paranoid. Getting a little panicked. If there's anybody out there, I'm gonna let you know. I have a gun. Well, I have a crossbow, but like it works like a gun. I pull the trigger. I just be aware. I am. I'm not. I'm armed. Not real dangerous, but I'm armed.
Are you just still standing there?
I'm just gonna wait in the circle. I don't want to leave the circle.
Okay. About what feels like an eerie 2 to 3 minutes. Like all you hear is the chain rattling. You don't hear the sound of anything getting closer or anything you don't hear the sound of like anything getting closer. But as those couple of minutes go by, you kind of like pop right back in as Garbu was giving you the response to what you were saying earlier. Almost like this was like in the
Mostly
middle
the
of your
older
conversation.
Oh, so I like tangibly, like time froze basically.
For you, yes.
Okay. Wow! Whoa! 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 What'd you do? And I look straight at the mother lady. The mother. What's her name?
Monroe.
Monroe. So I look straight at her. What'd you do?
Did you see anything?
I didn't see. I heard.
You
heard.
What
chains,
did you hear? Chains?
Chains rattling. I tried to talk to it. I tried to threaten it. I cried a little.
Who out of you and Garber, who has the highest passive? You do? Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, you see, like, she kind of does a quick look at, like, around her weightlifting stuff, and there is a set of chains, but she was trying to make sure, like, nothing over there was moving. She's just... Did you investigate whatever it was? Did you see what it was?
No, I didn't. I thought you said to stay in the circle.
I didn't...
You did say go in the circle.
I told
That's
you
what
to.
you said.
I told you to sit in the circle, but
Well, yeah, I'm still sitting.
well,
Look,
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
The way this goes is you might be able to see a glimpse of if there was something there. You could see a glimpse, almost like in your conscience, if you will.
Okay.
And if you said you heard chains, but you couldn't see anything, right?
No. Well, so it got really foggy, but I don't know if that's from the incense or I didn't see
This
anything
tends to have an
tangible.
effect on people's conscience, with or
Yeah.
without this.
But it was changed, like, and I heard him before when the guy was, or the girl, or the spirit, the entity was here last time. Sorry I interrupted you, Garbu. I know we were talking, but something happened.
I believe it.
Kind of goes to stand up a little bit and kind of pulls out a book from behind the desk and starts looking. You don't see a chair, so she probably does whatever research or whatever, always standing, and kind of goes and looks through. Well, if it's change that you heard but you didn't see, and yet you say when this spirit possessed you, from when you opened this urn, the spirit probably was chained up when it died.
So,
But the reason why you probably couldn't see it is because it's not making itself known. It's, let's just say deep within your conscience, if you will. Far back. Do you know how loud they were? Were they sounding really close to you, or...
would I know that? Would I remember?
It was not close, but you heard it. It wasn't like you had to struggle to hear.
It was clear, but it wasn't next to me.
My guess is it's probably paying attention, but if it's a spirit, if this is correct, it probably is buying its time, waiting. Until then, it seems like it's, let's just say, hiding in the shadows. So it makes it pretty hard to detect. And there is times where you can be able to detect a spirit, even if they are hiding, but only if they are more of the, let's say, weaker kind, if you will. There's tons of different types of spirits. There's some that can fully take over somebody's body, to one where they're just like a pest riding on the back of somebody, and they can't control or have enough strength to fully hide themselves. So thus, and kind of points to you, Garbu, a little bit, but still facing Clarence. Other magic to detect such entities would work, but if what the cleric of the Platinum Dragon said that he tried and nothing worked, this may not be a weak spirit.
So, can I ask you a simple question?
Sure.
Am I fucked? Like, am I actually fucked?
Well, no. At least it doesn't seem like that. Again, it's hard to tell if you are possessed or not. Typically, this is going off of a little bit of research of what is known to happen to people that are clearly and have been seen test, if you will, of possession. You being the only one who saw this, nobody else, but yet clear signs of what sounds like change, occurrences that seem to resemble of you possibly being possessed by some entity. Well, it seems like they have a purpose, but they're not hurting you in any sort of way, right? They're not forcing you or trying to take control or do weird things.
No, not right now. But the spirit did say if I didn't take it back to where it was laid to rest, there would be problems.
Some spirits, if it was a peaceful spirit and wants to go back to where it was, it probably would have done so very politely, if you will. But, and to kind of slight mitigate, I'm sure you've already showed her the urn and stuff like that. And she has it like on the table and stuff. But kind of looking at this and seeing a little bit of some symbols that I can make sense, it sounds or looks like whatever, if something was in here, it was sealed. Like they were trying to keep it in this. So the spirit is probably taken away from wherever it was, and it is either angry or, and this could be where you might be fucked, if it was a revenge, if you will, and that's what the spirit is after.
So, what's my best recourse? I don't want to die, but as long as my friends are safe, I'm not super stressed about that. I just don't want to turn into some demon child and eat all
Should
my
I keep
friends.
trying to remove it, or is that a bad idea to remove this thing? Like, could it possess someone else if it was taken out of him?
Well, if we're still assuming that this is a legit thing, this sounds like it could be a powerful entity, and if you are successfully able to remove it, it might just make it hostile to all of you. And if you're
Check that box off my list.
if
No
you're
longer trying
ready
remove
to
this thing.
face it, then sure, but they don't tend to hold back. The course of option is to, well, try to please it, if you will. Try to see if there's a way to understand it. If you can maybe figure out what it wants, where it wants, if you said it wanted to go back somewhere, maybe you can, and it will peacefully leave. But
Okay. What if it won't talk to me? Because I've
then
tried.
I have an idea for that. I can try it in the morning instead of what I was going to try.
spirits don't tend to just willingly talk, if you will. It's by their own accord. So it could go iffy, if you will.
Could I take some of your incense when we leave?
We could just buy some.
Or
We
could
have
I buy some?
money.
I mean, I can. She kind of puts one jar of incense on the table and is like, I can at least give you this.
Thank you.
All I can say is if it gets worse, come back. Or if you tend to leave, go find the closest church you can. And, well, there is a process. It is painful. And if it doesn't want to leave, we could be accidentally taking your soul out instead. Which, Garber, you heard of a technique like this, but it is like the most dangerous of banishment, if you will. To where if it's almost like, for a brief summary of it, because it wasn't necessarily a course that you were going after, it kind of turns into a battle between the host and the entity or the spirit, and it's like whoever wins, the other one gets pulled out and is just like banished from that body. So it could be bad if it goes wrong, or if the person lost that fight. So, but anyways, she doesn't say that, but that's what you know. But she's just, other than that, it seems like it's hiding itself. And again, there's not much I can see, so it's hard for me to tell if you are possessed or not. So if you are, I'm sorry that there's not much I can offer you. If you aren't, then you're just hallucinating and you're paranoid.
It's okay. I appreciate you actually taking the time and taking me seriously. Most people have been looking at me like I'm crazy.
The guy outside thought we were both on drugs.
Well, I kind of see the point as well. It's hard when you don't have other witnesses and showcasing of events, if you will. This seems like a very one-sided targeted event. So there's not much a lot of us can either see or agree on. But and she kind of pats you like on the shoulder, and you kind of like tilt one way. Just hang tough.
Thank you.
No problem.
Tough to you as well.
We appreciate the incense too.
Yeah, thank
she
you.
she opens the door and allows you guys to pretty much walk out, and like you guys don't even get too far where you can hear the sound of like heavy heavy weightlifting once again.
Getting yoked, bro.
I was waiting for them to ask me for my protein
Walking
powder.
out,
How
I'll
many
lean to
times did you
Clarence-
bench 225?
I'll lean to Clarence and I'll be like, she could probably crush our skulls with her bicep.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, right?
Very intimidating, very scary.
I kind of like church.
I think this has awoken new things in Clarence, hasn't it?
Oh God, no.
Oh God, no.
So, anything else anybody wanted to do?
On the way back to the inn, I'm going to look for like a small stick. Probably about, I don't know, 8-10 inches long.
A small stick?
Yep.
You will not find a small stick.
How about any sort of rod?
You can go buy a rod.
Just like, not like enchanted or anything, but like, yeah. Can I buy a rod?
You passed by an alley at some point.
I mean, you guys passed by a couple,
I
but
try to look through the garbage for anything that is
the
stick-like.
alleys are what like a lot of people as well take, so they're not necessarily considered alleys, if you will, just smaller streets that people would take to go to their homes.
If there's like a trash can on a street corner, can I try and look through it for something that's stick shaped?
Sure. Go ahead and make a investigation, and if you want to buy a rod, just something simple, I can say like 2 silver, a metal rod.
Yeah, I'll let Garby look through the trash first because he seems interested.
I mean, he finds like a tiny stick that probably had food on it.
Here's a toothpick.
Oh, thanks. I think I need something
I also found
different.
this chicken bone.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy the rod. I'll just
Okay.
I'll buy the rod.
2
I'm
silver
gonna keep
pieces.
the toothpick and the chicken bone.
I'll take that off.
I'm just gonna put them into my person.
Okay. You can put for anything of that very small like status, just put like miscellaneous and then like comma or whatever small.
And then do I need to tell you what I'm gonna do when I get back to the inn, or are you gonna RP that?
I mean, it's whatever you guys want.
I'm gonna make an arcane firearm. It's one of the things I can do at level 5.
Okay.
Do I need to link that?
Roll? No, I know.
Okay.
Roll me a investigation check. Well, not investigation. I'm stupid. Intelligence. And you can.
Wow.
Okay, it is already plus all that. Ooh, okay. I'll say this: you have an idea, but you're kind of like a little too tired to work on it.
Okay, sure.
Anybody else?
I'd like to ask around and see if there's any sort of raw ore refineries in the area or anything like that. I know the industrial city is where Clarence comes from, but we're not that far from there.
No, not really. This is the closest city, actually.
Yeah.
A ore refinery?
Like the place where you would be getting like hot steel right off the press.
That's not really what my city is, though.
Okay.
My city is.
I assume that would come from a city closer to like mountains.
They don't. I mean,
wherever the mining city is.
They might have one close by, but it's not like anything major, and it's more of like not like a publicly domain one, if you will. This area isn't like the best, and when I say area, like, because you're close to the Sandmore Heights, and there is kind of like, think of like a small mine shaft, if you will, but it's like very personal, if you will, to only certain individuals go in, get the what they need, because there may not be like a lot of materials here, and they take it and forge whatever. They tend to import a lot.
Okay.
There's, I would say, just because kind of knowing, there does tend to be a decent amount up north, right? The Gray Hills, the Thundering Mountains, the town right under Crisport, and then of course Ares Gate to the right of it, which is the Haunted Peaks. There is like probably gold mines of stuff there, but the Haunted Peak is where, like, if you want to die, that's where you would go to try to mine ore.
It's like that one gold mine in Skyrim that is just full of Forsworn or whatever.
Yeah, like there's not a single ore there. It's just nothing but enemies.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll have to wait till we're back up home. I was gonna see if maybe I could get from the source to be a little bit cheaper, about 65 pounds of either iron or steel, but
We could just go to the scrapyard tomorrow. I'm sure they have one near here.
I got to, right?
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll ask around in the morning. How about that?
So, as everybody's head back to the Silent Diamond, I assume that was it for the night. So, we will progress to day 43. Obviously, you guys only paid for one night, so unless you wanted to stay more, there's another round, but what do you guys do?
Sleep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
I'm gonna eat some
like-
horse meat, by the way.
Same, yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That horse meat, it's still good. It's
Ye-
good for like 10 whole days.
You guys want any horse meat? We're talking
It
to.
will not decay for 10
There-
days.
There is
And it
kind of
is
like because nobody got like the like nicer rooms or stuff, so you'd have to go downstairs to like the open area, if you will, to kind of use a little bit of their kitchenwares and stuff like that.
We're just gonna eat horse meat today. If you guys want some horse meat, I got extra horse meat.
I'm all right. You guys can have the extra horse meat.
Elise, do you eat meat?
Yeah.
I like you had to ponder for sale.
Do you want some horse meat?
No.
It's
clean.
fresh. It's raw, but like there's ovens here. Okay, well, hey, more for us. Yep. Garbu?
Yeah, yeah. I was actively eating it.
And I will change it to 9 days.
Oh, are you not eating some as well?
Oh, I am, but it's
Oh,
still
then
gonna,
it's 8
we're gonna
days.
lose a day. Oh, is it 8 days?
instead of 9. I ate
No,
some as well.
the weight is how we determine how much. The days is how we determine how long.
Oh,
Yeah, so we are now down to 9 days. Okay. But the weight is 10
when
instead
I
of
get
12.
down to like a small enough piece that I can eat it, I'm just gonna throw it up in the air and
So, what are the plans for today?
open my alligator-like jaws.
Could we get a new horse? Another horse?
2 horses.
Did we
Sounds like
keep
it.
the horse and carriage at this inn, or did we put it up somewhere else?
We put it here.
This is where Nile said to go, right?
Yeah.
This is where he
yeah.
said if you wanted to talk to him, there is decent amount of stables kind of around the city. Not more towards the center. There's a little bit less, but you guys are kind of still back a little bit, so there's plenty of like stables here and there to store your cart and where they will take care of the horse and stuff since that's what you paid for.
Do you guys want to go with us to the scrapyard?
Why do we need to go to a scrapyard?
Darby likes metal.
I'd like to get like 65-ish pounds of metal and possibly some leather.
Yep, Garby likes metal.
All right. Very unusual request, but
And then I wanted to try to find some magical items or a magical item shop if we could. I'm pretty close to being able to replicate some more stuff, and the more stuff I see, the more stuff I can replicate.
well, we can we could probably do that if you wish. We should get on the road though too today.
No, you're right. Yeah. We're just gonna look for the armor or the metal, so Garby can maybe upgrade his armor, and then I don't want to not have seen the stuff and then us be on the road and then me hit a point where I can do another magic item and then not be able to do it.
All right. Sure. We could do that.
If you guys wanted, you could go get the horse and check on the cart while we did that.
Yeah, we could do that.
How much does a
Sounds
horse
better.
cost? I can throw some gold into you.
I think
Well,
it was 40 last time, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Well, it was. Are you talking about when you bought the thing?
Because we bought the horse
Mhm.
and the cart.
Well, it was like a crappy cart and like a really not strong pony, if you will.
I mean, maybe we trade in the old
And
cart
I
and horse
think-
for a new one.
I think you guys, I can't remember if you guys wanted them to fix the cart or get a new one, or I don't remember what any of y'all.
I think we were gonna get a new one.
Yeah.
Let's just see if we can get a new one. Also, here I found you a stick, and it's one of the spokes from our cart. Again.
Thanks. I have a rod now, so I.
Yeah, but
Th-
you said you needed a stick. So I
Well,
got you a
yeah.
stick.
Oh, yeah, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you put that back? And I know I don't have any proof of this. I'm just making an assumption. Can you also put the other stuff back that you probably took off that I did not see?
I look over to the bag on my side that's a little fuller than it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Thank you. Love you, buddy. Okay.
I'll go bend the things I took off of the cart back onto the cart.
Thanks.
Well, for some slight expediency, if you guys want to get a new wagon, that's like 35 gold. And if you're looking for one or two horses, that is either 50 or 100 gold. The more you go up on the horse, like the better they are, if you will. But this is a typical like draft horse, if you will.
Would
Well,
one
there's-
horse be fine enough to carry a cart for 4 people?
Like one.
Yeah.
I think it definitely would be better than a pony, that's for sure. I think I'd be willing to do
A
maybe
trade-in
like
for the pony.
maybe like every 2 days you guys can have traveled an extra hex.
Okay. You want to do that,
Could
guys?
we,
If
could we
you-
try to trade in for the pony, maybe only pay like 40 for the horse. Who wants to be in charge of trying to?
How
get
much can
that?
we get
Maybe
for
our
our cart and
warlock?
horse? Basically,
Maybe
Uh,
our warlock should try and make that
Ah,
sale.
Let's
just throw a
What can we
persuasion
get
on.
You
for-
can honestly say that
Throw me
as
under
far
the
as
bus.
you can see, our cart is in great condition.
If you
because he's blind, I get it.
if you say that, I will definitely tell you disadvantage, but it's up to you.
what can we get for a trade-in on our cart and our pony for a new cart and horse?
Yeah, just roll a persuasion for me.
Do it.
18.
It's way better than what I thought I was gonna.
They said that they can do about they said they'll be willing to do 30 for both. Like 30 together.
30
Well,
together.
maybe we could trade in the old pony and the old cart for a new cart, and then just worry about purchasing the horse.
That's fine. So 30 total.
Yes, for selling the pony and the really sucky cart. You get
They're
30.
basically just buying the pony.
Yeah, that
The
seems
cart,
really. Yeah, let's just take that.
Yeah, we can do that. Can we buy another horse then?
Sure. So you just wanted to do one draft horse, or you wanted to go higher, or
What should we go with?
What are the price points?
The draft horse and the riding horse are about the same, while the riding horse is definitely better, but it's still 50, 75. And I would probably say with a riding horse, as long as it's just you four and you keep most of your weight around the same, it can do at least 3 hexes a day instead of the 2. If you were to do 2 draft horses, that would do the same thing, but it wouldn't necessarily matter about your weight or if you add another individual or not. And the if you guys are getting a new wagon, that's 35 gold, so that can hold a decent amount of people and cargo depending on whichever happens.
I'm thinking the 2 draft horses might be the way we go. Just in case if something happens to one, we can still move.
Yeah. We could do that. 2 draft horses and a new wagon.
I'll even say with that persuasion, we'll do that would be we'll do 105
Total?
total.
Ooh. Good
bad.
roll. Yeah. I will
Um,
throw in 30 gold if you guys want to each throw in 25.
It was 105 minus the 30 from the old cart thing, so 75 total, right, DM?
Sure.
So if
So
we each
25
put
for
in
you.
about 20, yeah,
Yeah, I'll throw 25 in.
I'll throw in 20, which gets us up to 70.
Yeah,
So we need 5
75
more.
gold.
I'll throw in another 25. At least don't need to pay. She bought the gem.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
So that's the whole 75 then.
Did you help her with the gym?
me?
Yeah.
I think she got it with all her money, right?
Oh, did she?
Yeah, with all
Okay.
hers. Yeah. My armor costs about 380.
Holy cow.
And you guys still, I don't know if you have it on there, but you still have the how much feed and stuff like that, I believe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we should probably
I'll-
buy that here now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long
I'll
is
buy the seed.
How long is our trip? Do we know?
Well, with the 2 horses, that is at least, I'll even say, okay, with the 2 horses, I'll even say every second day you gain an extra. So that's 1. That would have been extra. Oh, first off, I need to also. That's 1. You're looking at 2. 3. Trying to really do this is hard. 4. 5. So about 7 days at least.
Should we buy like double that just in case?
'Cause I don't know how much you had now.
I don't remember. It's not in the bag of holding, so I don't know. forgot to-
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. That's being a little too picky.
I think we had about enough for about 3 or 4 days of feed for that horse.
Yeah, this would be fine.
Do you want to just buy another 10 days?
You know, we'll do this. Hold on, we'll do this. Just guys, take back. Just take back 10 gold, and we're not going to worry about the feed stuff. I feel like that's being a little too picky. I don't feel like keeping track of that.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Definitely.
Cool.
Sure.
I'm not going to complain about not having to keep track of it because I would have forgotten.
It's just one of those things. Like, it's seeing how things go. I don't feel like keeping track of it, so. Okay. 2 horses and a new wagon.
Did we name the horses?
Can if you want.
Do we? Yeah. Do we need to?
You don't have to, but I am.
I was
going-
asking them.
I
That's
am-
Not really. It's just fun.
I'll leave it to you two then.
Garbu, you name one, I'll name the other.
What do they look like?
They
Oh,
look
no,
like
yeah.
horses.
I need you to describe these horses to me in vivid detail, DM.
I'm going to tell you to type in horse on a very futuristic internet browser, and then the first 2 you see is the first 2 of what they look like.
What
How
if we
about-
name them? What if we name them pot and kettle?
Oh, I do like that. I was going to say lunch and dinner, but that's...
But they're both black horses because I googled and I saw a black horse.
Yeah, but if they go lame, we can just eat them.
I mean, that's also true.
Anyways.
Oh my god, what the fuck happened? At least like we're half wakes up from her stupor.
Oh, hi, Ellie.
They wanted to name the horses.
No, whatever. Horse
I
one,
have an
horse two.
idea. We
Yeah.
named them horse and then horse with an A in it.
Ooh,
Like a
like...
horse throat.
Yeah. Hey, you've been reading that book I got you with the word of the day, haven't you?
Yeah.
Huh. Good. Yeah.
I got
I take shoot 2 psychic damage from that.
I got, yeah, I took
I
2
mean,
psychic
we
damage
named
from that
the
too.
pony Pony, so it makes sense.
That is true. We
Uh,
did.
Oh gosh, good.
I'm gonna. He's just like, okay, fine. I'll be right back. I need to ask Nigel something, so I'm gonna go look for our robot man, or whatever he is.
Okay. Since you guys didn't leave, you can ask like the front desk, and they can kind of tell you what room he is in, because at the current moment, since he is staying there, he's kind of like made a deal, if you will, that if people are needing help or whatever, just go ahead and guide them to my room.
Okay.
But anyways, so for sure, you may head over to see him. Trying to think of something. I had something, and I'm looking. Give me a uno momento, por favor. No. Okay. I had it, but I guess I don't now. So anyways, yeah, you go and see him.
Okay.
As he, you can see a female as she kind of opens the door, and it's just, hello, is there something I can do to help you?
Yes. I'm looking for. Wait, this is some other person, right? That I've seen. Have you seen them before or not?
You haven't seen the woman, but he has mentioned a woman that he works with.
Okay.
I do not have the paper I had that had her name, so we're calling her Jane until I go back and find it.
Okay, I'll just avoid it because for now. Anyway, I'm looking for Nigel. Like we traveled in for a bit from after we sort of met him in a dark cave with a bunch of undead things.
Oh, yes. You must be part of one of the group he was with. Yeah. He's back here. Please come in, come in. And she kind of opens the door and lets you in, and you can see it. It appears like there's a couple of boxes that looks like it has just nothing but papers in it. And it looks like a mess, but there's some areas that is kind of kept clean and organized, but it's still like cluttered, if you will. But she kind of goes over and like kind of knocks on the part of the wall and says, Niall, you got one of your friends here that stopped by to see you? Ah, yes, come in. And then as you kind of walk, Elise. And kind of puts some paper down, and it looks like he was probably writing something. What can I do you for? You alright?
Yeah, alright, Ash. It's just So you remember that shield that we found, right?
Yeah, right. I remember.
So when we took it to the people who are in charge of this town or city, they decided to smash it and it turned out to be a fake. And I'm really curious to what you think. Like, why would we find a fake shield being used for a ritual like that? Like, it doesn't make sense that it would be fake.
And if I'm correct, this was supposed to be a pretty big deal, right? This
Apparently.
shields don't typically break. Da 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 da. What do I want you to do? What do I want you to do? What should he do? We'll do this. What did he get?
20. The moment Joseph goes, oh no, oh no, what did I do to myself? What did I do?
All lies.
It's the second one in 5 rolls. Just so
He
we're-
just like it's like, oh, you mean this? Pops out the shield and like campaign's over.
Yeah.
He kind of.
You mean this shield?
I was using it as a paperweight this entire time.
Mhm.
He kind of pulls out some of his notes that he's took that you guys have mentioned to him, and that he's probably asked a little bit along the way of understanding what you guys were after and obtained and stuff like that. And as he kind of flips through it a little bit, and he's just, well, I mean, typically the first clue, if you will, would be a disguise or a can't even think of the word that I was looking for, but a decoy to make it look like you got what you wanted, but it's not the real thing. But the strange question is, and I mean, I've seen it too, the body floating over the shield thing, and what if he didn't know?
Oh, the cultist, you mean?
Yeah, what if he wasn't aware that it was fake? What if somebody duped him? I mean, it's kind of hard to ask questions to a dead body, but we got to think about all the clues here, and it's not the first time I've seen, I mean, even though I've dealt a couple of years in investigating things, I have seen where sometimes the corporate, if you will, wasn't even aware of the origins of what they had.
So you're telling me that the shield was maybe, or well, they were theorizing that the shield that they stole was a fake to begin with?
That's kind of hard to say, as the whereabouts of the shield seems as though it was on this Wildstar fella, correct? And then came up missing. How did it come up missing? Was it taken from him? Was it stolen? Did he leave it? Those are type of questions that would definitely need to be asked. But
Did I see him use it in combat there? when they were fighting for it.
When the champions were all in their own battle, right? Before the whole disaster happened, he was using it. Because there was an instance here or there where it looks like he was using the effect from the shield. And like
Okay, so it was.
it's kind of like imagine when you see a blacksmith, right, and they're hammering away on whatever they're working on, you might see a little bit of sparks of whatever. It was kind of like that, except it had a little bit more arcanish feel to it. When somebody goes to strike him and he kind of blocked it with a shield and the sparks fly off, it didn't look like it was a typical metal on metal strike. So yeah.
What if he still has it?
I mean, if he still had it, why would they make a mission out of this? Doesn't quite...
I don't know. Would they frame someone to try and frame someone for it? I don't know.
Well, I mean, you were there. Was there any sort of clue or instances of them framing somebody?
I mean, there was this new group of people that they probably didn't want to lose the shield to. So maybe they just wanted to pretend that, well, maybe if they weren't framing someone, they were just trying to make it go missing so they wouldn't have to give it up.
Or you think they staged this whole thing?
I mean, I think they might. I don't know what that entity that showed up wanted, but I don't know if it wanted the shield. I mean, it seemed more like it tried to create chaos and corrupt one of the dragons. So I think they might have. I don't know if. I mean, I don't know. This is not my strong suit. That's why I come here.
Well, when I came back and pretty much picked up on any of the recent news that's came out, the dragon that you were talking about is still currently missing. And what I know a little bit about the dragon and these guild relationships is very, well, depending on which one you look at, professional, straightforward. There seems to still be a little mistrust, if you will, that between the man and dragon since the war. But I've seen and remember very little that some places seem to have a very respectful relationship with them. So it would be very strange to have a dragon fake being corrupted, if you will, and currently still missing.
No, I don't mean the dragon being fake corrupted. I think that seemed very real because that entity that showed up was no joke. I more meant maybe, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm looking too much into it, and I got this weird idea in my head. But it seems kind of strange. Why would there be a fake shield so real that people thought it was real until the very moment it broke? Like, why would it go through so much effort to make a fake one?
Well, the only thing I can think of when it comes to something being fake and showcasing the real one and having it either be put back to where it was, shattered in this case, is to get whoever's looking in on it to look away. If you think you had it, right? If you found the person who stole your necklace and they returned the necklace to you, but within, let's say, a day wearing it, it falls apart, and it's never done that before, you would think it might have been damaged. But in true cases, he stashed it and replaced it with a very fake one. So if he gets out, or if he was never caught, he still has what he was looking for, but the people that were looking for the necklace stopped looking. So and again, I was there with you, I've seen the little mystic thing that was happening with that body, and to be fair, I've kept a close eye on most of you, and I don't think, especially you, since you've had it, you never seem to had time to, or the materials to replace such a thing. So, which is what led me to think, what if he didn't know if it was fake or not? What if he thought it was the real thing? So somebody might have handed him the decoy, probably a fall guy, if you will.
Mm.
I can.
Oh, that means that the person who has the real one is probably long gone then.
That would
by
be
now.
the clue, especially if the news gets out that the shield either A was returned, or they might come up with some sort of story for it. So that's why it's not shattered to the news or to the public.
That's why
People would
that brings
probably
me-
stop looking for it.
That brings me to the next thing that I was thinking about. Like, why would they still pay us the full reward even though we brought a fake?
Well, reward for information and materials is somewhat tricky. Again, imagine the same necklace situation. You'd pay somebody who brought back the necklace, but wouldn't question that it was damaged, so you'd still pay the person and pay the jewelry to try to fix it. You might realize later that it's fake, but by that time it's too late.
They like magically contacted the people who it belonged to, and then they said it's okay to pay. But I don't know. It doesn't make sense because even though we had a story, that we believed in was true. They don't know have like it doesn't add up because it's not a small amount of money, right?
Well,
Like why would they say like, okay, give them the money anyway when it's literally a fake?
that's kind of where it gets a little sticky, where there's not a lot of information, and could also be a little too much insight. Too much insight could lead to further questions that there was never really answers to begin with. So that is the true question. So the real, I would like to say, goal, if you will, is maybe find out if how that shield got lost in the first place, and then maybe going off of that, if there's any loose information around.
Because it seems just strange to me that if he used it himself, that he would lose it like that.
Especially if it doesn't sound like he came out and said anything, right? Of like what happened.
No.
Maybe
It sort of was like afterwards, like, oh, it went missing.
Well,
And it didn't seem like that entity that was responsible for all the chaos was out for the shield. That entity seemed to go after the dragon.
well, the best I can say is to at least do a little bit more investigation. See if there's any other clues and evidence you can bring up. I will say, from a little bit of my experience, is if you find a clue or an answer and it leads to more questions, could possibly mean you're on the right track. But sounds like I can try to do a little digging on my own, but I'll definitely have to be careful on who I talk to if they're trying to be a little quiet about this whole situation. What
'Cause there were some new people coming there, right? To that whole tournament. Some new cities, right?
Yes, this was the first time that the majority of people, if you will, right? Because again, you'd have a couple people who might create stalls that are from these same cities, but like you never saw like hordes of their people. So the people that came were from Cruxburn and Illicit. So
I can also say that like those two cities were like not common. So what if that's where that's like maybe someone from there took the shield. I don't know.
the very possibility when you bring new people into equations and something happens, they tend to usually be the first suspect. But be careful with the suspecting, if you will. There's been sometimes it's not the new people. Those are also scapegoats, if you will. Have reasons to blame something because somebody who's never been there has just decided to go.
So we're looking for maybe someone who's already there, who already was there many times and was jealous, I guess, maybe?
Well, you seem to have a good couple of theories, and I think it's time to work some of those out. What is your plans, if I may ask?
I mean, we're thinking about going to talk to the person who owned the shield. But they're quite a bit off, but
Well, clues are never easy. I would definitely insist on talking to him. Ask the tough questions. But, if you can, make it look like you're on his side. Sometimes that works, sometimes it don't. But make it look like you're on his side, trying to gather more information. If they mess up, you might be able to catch them in something.
Well, I'm not the smartest person, but I can try.
Well, I haven't had a lot of time with Clarence, but he seems to be interested in this type of deal, and I've wrote down, and he kind of like pulls out of his pocket and forgot to hand it to him, but a couple of notes that he could try to follow to start off with, since he likes to kind of investigate, if you will. So,
all right. She folds it and puts it in her pocket. I'll take it to him.
but other than that, I'll probably be here for a little bit if you ever need to send me a letter. You can always try to let me know on what you hear. Since you're going to Zetham, if I plan on moving, I'll send a letter that way. So, please keep in touch. And if there's anything I can ever do to try to help any of you, since you guys helped me a lot, I'll do what I can.
We'll see if you can keep an ear out for any sightings of the shield, I guess.
I'll do just that. But and he kind of stands up and kind of like puts his hand out and just, I hope you do well, Elise, and I think you can go far once you kind of get out of this little shell of yours.
It's kind of safe there, though.
You're right that it is, but you don't get that many visitors if it's closed.
We'll see. I'm okay with no visitors for now.
Well, you take care, and I got a couple of reports I got to do, especially about all those missing people.
Well, good luck with that. See you around.
Have a good one. Kind of sets back down and starts going back over it, writing like some sort of report, if you will. So Garber, you wanted to try to see a just pretty much.
I think Clarence was gonna go with me.
Yeah, I'll help him.
I'll say that's easy. You'd
Like,
probably
65 pounds of metal.
let me see. I believe I know the answer that I'm looking for. Yes, no, yes, no.
think that
I
was
don't want
enough.
to try and go to a blacksmith because technically that's not going to be a source. That's going to be someone else who's trying to use it to make an end product.
And you don't need it refined. You just need scrap, right? Bare minimum.
Technically I need it to be metal. I don't need ore, I need metal. So it does need to be refined. It just doesn't need to be in like block form. It just needs to be
It could be
metal.
scrap.
Yes.
Okay.
I can say for like 30 silver to pretty much go in and take what you want type of deal. But it is just junk. It's like there's not like if you see a pot or pan or whatever, it's either like broken or stuff like that, you know. But you can get your for 30 silver, you can get your 65 pounds
I'll
of.
pay that 30 silver. I'll have to convert. 1 gold is 10 silver, so it's going to be 3 gold, right? I'll give him the 3 gold. And then I'll look at Clarence. I'll be like, how much metal are you willing to let me put in the bag of holding?
Well, let's
As
like
I'm saying this,
by
I pick
weight.
up a shoe. I pick up a shoe out of the trash and just kind of start chewing on it.
Like by weight? Is
Yeah.
that what you're asking?
I wait.
You can put 100 pounds of metal in the bag.
Okay. I will gather up 100 pounds of metal, maybe a few like scrap pieces of leather, and a couple other pieces that I'll need for what I'm thinking of. But it'll be 100 pounds worth, and I'll put it in his.
Okay,
bag.
so put 100 pound of metal,
I did
and
it already.
then put like 10 pounds of leather.
Oh, we already had leather in here. I guess not.
And then that sounds like it could be a success.
Yes.
Cool.
And as we're walking out, I'm going to be eating a boot.
And then you wanted to
Someone's gonna be
try
really
to
upset.
see like an enchanted store.
I mean, it's from a junkyard, Cole. Somebody already threw that boot out.
Just general magic items. I have to have seen the magic items to like replicate them. Does that make sense?
What are you trying to see?
At level 6, I can replicate. It's a new one. I'm gonna have to look at the list. Give me like 2 seconds, then I'll have it.
No. So.
No.
Here. I'll just. This will probably be easier. I don't know why I didn't just do this. It would be the 6th level ones, if you can tell me which ones I can and cannot do, or see, or whatever. So like Boots of Elvenkind, Cloak of Elvenkind, Cloak of Manta Ray, Eyes of
Okay.
Charming. Yeah, those ones.
Yeah, that figures.
You feel my teeth.
Let me have a look see because I actually have.
That's why I'm double checking what I will be able to make from what I've seen.
I have something currently. Let's see what I have in here. Not in there. Unless you just want to see one gem. That's funny. Not that one, so it was this one, which is stupid, but that's fine. So what I have and what you're asking, I think the only one that you would have came across is the Boots of Elvenkind. That's the only one that you would see through some of these stores. Did they
have a price attached to them by chance?
This was going for 2,500 gold.
Kind of what I thought. Okay. Then yes, that is all I needed.
They have
you see, plenty of interesting things, but obviously high. But that was the only one out of all of that.
And then before we leave town, are we there yet? Are we to that point?
Unless anybody else has anything else they want to do, you guys could be close to leaving.
In my spare time, I was looking for my dad. Can I make a roll for that? Or
Investigation.
information information on his whereabouts.
Make a investigation.
Well, yep, I knew it. Right away. Dude, I got a 10 with a 1. That is so dumb. Every time, every roll I've ever...
Will Wheaton is back.
I will say that is a hard miss.
Yeah.
So
The DC was 11.
You come across and there's people that like talk about goblins they've seen, but it's kind of like nobody matching the description that you're asking about. So.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks. Can I do another one just to make sure it's not like a lot like a thing? Like
nah, I want you to get another nat one when it's time.
God, I knew it was gonna happen before I clicked the button.
So.
Could I turn to a random person and just be like, "Have you ever seen a goblin before?"
Yeah.
Nope.
Thanks. I help.
You gotta roll investigation.
With double thumbs up, and I'm like, I help.
And the guy's just looking at me like,
yeah.
Oh, that's a goblin.
Yeah, that's a goblin right there.
That's how it's done.
So Joseph, with 21 passive perception, has anyone noticed anyone following us around?
Anyone following you around?
With my 21 passive perception?
No.
Okay, good.
Unfortunately, nobody to speak of.
Good.
Oh.
You're not in the right city to be stalked yet.
Good.
Darn it.
So, with that, you guys are ready to leave?
Yep.
Think so.
Sounds like a good parting off. So, as you guys head out the west side of the Gates of Raqqa, leaving this honorable combative city, if you will, you guys start making your way to Seatham. And I am going to... So you guys have 2 horses, so that is every 2 days an extra hex. So that is 1, 2, the extra hex is 3.
I'm gonna ride in the back and work on my focus.
Okie dokie.
Bobby co-pilot.
So go ahead and...
I'll help out with driving. I've done a decent job at it before. And I can see.
So...
Sorry, Cole, I had to.
Go ahead and remove 2 rations. As you guys will have went 2 days of just traveling.
During those 2 days, DM.
Oh, we did replenish, remember?
Something.
Do what? Yeah, you get a long rest, of course, and then what? What do you want to do? What?
Here, I'm messaging it to you. Could I try making some crafting things with my, daily slots that I get out of that metal?
Say, hell no. What do you send me? Hold on.
I've pieced it all out where I can do 15 items, each worth up to 100 gold pieces.
What's wrong with you?
You're
gonna make me help, aren't you?
No, I can do this by myself.
No, I would definitely help if you help me with my thing.
We replenished our rations, didn't we? When we were in the city, I'm pretty sure we did.
Went through and listed this out to you so that we wouldn't have to go through the time of discussing what each piece is. But on these 2 days, I'd like to craft the first 2 items. And I'd like to put them back in the bag of holding once they're crafted.
Joseph, we got more rations, didn't we, when we were in the city last session, didn't we? I thought we did.
No, you guys did not. I mean, it's up to you if you want to kind of like buy something and add it.
Yeah, I'll buy something.
Rations.
We have
Uh,
like a ton if you don't want to buy them. I mean, a literal ton.
because I know
Like, we
you guys bought stuff at the when you guys went back through the festival. You guys
Yeah.
bought some stuff there. And
We have
then
24 rations in the bag of holding.
Yes.
Do you want some, or do you want to just take them out of the
I
bag?
couldn't remember if we bought. I didn't remember if we bought some.
Yeah, we have a ton.
I don't
Well,
remember either, but
well, we ate horse meat and shoes, so all our rations are still there. That's why we have a lot of rations.
Literally.
Yeah. So if you guys want rations and you didn't buy any, you can just take them out of the bag of holding.
I mean, this is like you guys kind of like looking at my quick. Yeah, you guys
I just
kind of
saw you
like.
change the calendar date, sir.
I didn't change them. Give me a second, all right? I'm going through stuff.
did it
2
for
days,
me.
so 44, 45. We're on day 46. Because you guys would have on your second day woken up, which is 46, and kind of like somewhere in the earliest part of the day has reached a town, which is I have something for that. I have something. Sharnwick.
Sharnwick.
The town of Sharnwick.
This is a nice place.
Let's see. So, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll look at it later, but I will go ahead and agree to the first two things that you asked about.
That
Barbu.
was an accident. There's a repeat the roll button that I didn't see before that is there now.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Sorry.
No,
That
you're
was an
fine. You're fine. But you hear me, Garbu?
Yes.
Okay.
So I could craft those each day as we're going, as long as I'm marking off the slot for each day.
I'm gonna say it's easy to do the smaller things like the hands and the feet, if you will, because they're relatively in small pieces. But when you start doing like the little bit bigger ones, they might take an extra day or two depending on what you're doing.
I mean, I have a 1 hour thing that as long as that item is worth less than 100 gold by itself,
The
right?
the idea is just more of like you're in a cart trying to do all of this, so it's still moving around. I'm playing with the idea that you're doing this while moving, so it just takes a little bit.
I'll do it on the third watch when I'm waking up then.
Then sure.
Oh no.
I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic with it is all.
I mean, it's going to take 15 days either way.
So,
Yeah.
but again, yeah, that's easy enough. So,
Did I succeed making my focus?
go ahead and roll me 2 intelligence checks. You know, we'll just do one and we'll do it with advantage. Or, I mean, just do one. Just do one.
Okay.
Okay. 17 and 23. I'll say yes.
Yay!
For the 2 days, pretty much it's like on the third, like this third day, right? This, as you guys woke up and stuff like that. You kind of like got it finished as you guys were starting to enter in this town.
I now do an extra D8 with all my spells. Well, not all my spells, but some of them.
Okay. So, anything else before you guys enter in this town?
I don't
What
think
was
so.
the name of the town? It was
Sharnwick. Sharnwick.
Sharnwick.
Sharnwick.
Oh. Is there another town between that and my hometown?
Nope.
Or no?
Nope. Yours is the next stop, and your town is in between pretty much where you're at now and Zetham. Your town is the next stop, and then your would be at Zetham. So,
Is it Zlothus or is it north of us?
What?
Excuse me. Good lord. The town that he's talking about, is it north of us or is it that Zolosos to our west?
No, it's north.
Okay.
Zolosis is like the other, like another big city.
Okay.
Along this path, like right in between the two forests, there's a town there.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. These towns be small. Especially amongst all the trees. But anywho, um so as you guys are entering in this town, it is small, a decent a bit of traffic from here and there. As again, for a town to be on the road, as usual. Is there anything that anybody would like to do or see as you are starting to get close and entering in this town?
We good on supplies?
Let's make sure we have plenty of supplies.
Okay. As you guys are kind of going through town and going to stop at like a general store, if you will, and stuff like that. Hey,
You guys want to find an inn?
Ooh, we can stay there instead of sleeping outside tonight.
I mean, we can.
I mean,
but
we sleep in a tent. They sleep outside.
hey, as you guys kind of enter in this town, will you go ahead and take 1 point of damage for me? It's like your shoulder kind of hurt a little bit, but you kind of like, shifted your shoulder a little bit, but seems to be fine. You don't know where it came, like whatever it was, but you don't feel it no more.
can I get like a feel for where the spot was?
Felt like it was like you could kind of like move your like armor and shirt over a little bit to kind of get a look-see, and it feels like it was a little bit like within your shoulder. You kind of it's weird, but at the same time could be sore.
Could be. Can ask her later, see if she might know what that is.
So, you guys go in and start to gather supplies.
Can I ask around and see if there's anything weird going on, like around the town?
Sure, make a investigation check or persuasion check, depending on what you really prefer.
We'll just go with the one I know I can roll nat ones with. Oh, wasn't a nat one.
It was a 1 and a 0.
Yep.
Okay. As you go and talk to, like, are you just asking for general weirdness, like out of curiosity?
Yeah, out of curiosity. I don't remember this town, so.
They kind of would tell you like things like are fine. Besides the occasional nature of life, everything seems to be fine.
That's it.
It did. Out of curiosity, did like everybody go into the store to buy things? Did some people just stay out with the cart and stuff like that?
I'm staying with the cart.
I would have
I
gone
have no
in.
reason to go inside.
Okay.
I'll go inside.
Well then, Elise and Garber, you kind of see as like it looks like somebody like walking down the street. Looks, everything looks kind of normal, and you're just casually looking around, maybe not even fully paying attention, until this one guy kind of just like throws up blood for a moment. And you can see like kind of like somebody kind of comes over and checks on him for a little bit, and he's just brushes them off and kind of wipes it away and shakes his head and continues moving.
My tried and true method is gonna immediately go off. I detect evil and good, and any people within about 30 feet of me, I'm just gonna kind of be glancing at. 'Cause it's
if-
worked for me thus far.
You don't detect anything.
Okay. No undead, celestial fae. I'm just like, he must have eaten something bad.
You might see occasional like fae, but they were like people, right? Elves, but nothing out of the ordinary, if you will.
I don't think normal elves ping as fae, right?
You know,
Some-
Garbu, I saw something interesting when we came into town. I saw Aid suddenly like grabbed for his shoulder. I'm wondering if there's something weird going on there.
I just assumed he's kind of always in pain. I mean, you saw his scars.
I mean, if traveling for quite a few days, this was different.
Yeah. Mhm.
I mean, did you? I assume you saw it as well, right? I mean, we have both of insane passive perception, so I assume we both saw it.
Yeah. I saw him do it as well, but I just kind of chalked it up to pain.
I mean, if you see that and like at least points at the direction of the guy.
Do I feel any more pain than I would normally on a given day?
No. At least you do start to feel pretty sick, though. Can you
At
make...
least it looks like the guy. What do I make?
I don't know. You can either make a medicine or a nature check. It's up to you. I think your type would probably be more medicine than nature.
Hmm.
Can I? Oh,
7.
it's too late.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can I help her and cast guidance? But it's a little too late to say that.
I mean, I guess you could do it. I mean, you can give me guidance in a sense because I'm
You have to
thinking
get
out
it
loud.
before you roll, but
Okay, yeah.
You
whatever.
know what? Go ahead. Why not?
oh,
It's not really gonna matter that much anyway.
no.
So
You might get over 10.
Nope.
Nope.
9.
You just
9.
you start to feel pretty bad.
I'm rubbing off on you guys.
I'm like, it's just like, I'm not feeling that great either.
Don't throw up blood.
I mean, I can't promise anything, but it seems there's something wrong with this town.
Yeah, Clarence seemed like he was looking around a bit.
Yeah, but I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this.
Can I like look at the buildings and stuff? Do they look like they're normal?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a
Like-
perception check for me.
Do the people in buildings look normal to me? I guess. 20. Listen, it's a 12, but it's a 20.
Yeah, they look normal.
Okay. I mean, it looks like a town to me. It's a little different architecture than I'm used to. Sorry, it's a little different of a make of the houses than what I'm used to.
I'm gonna cast detect poison and disease.
Yeah, you kind of light up on the signal that you are poisoned.
I also identify the kind of poison.
It's like a kind of like just a very basic poison, if you will. It's like
It's food poisoning.
no, it's like from like an insect or kind of like a snake, if you will. Just a very basic of poison. Nothing that deems to be like terrible, but like it hurts really bad where like your body kind of hurts and you kind of feel it like on your right calf, if you will, but when you kind of like look around, you don't see no snake. I mean, you've been in this wagon the entire time. There's no snake on the wagon. but that's where you feel it. And you can look. You don't see like a bite mark or anything, but that's where you feel it.
Does she
Tired.
express this to me?
Flipping wagon.
Yeah, she does.
I immediately go, ghost snake.
Maybe.
I don't detect undead. Invisible snakes.
Okay. Seems kind of
I mean, you
strange.
don't with your detect poison and disease. You can detect poisonous creatures, and you're not detecting any poisonous creatures.
Yeah, it's like what like you also identify the. So where does doesn't it say where it came from either?
Nope.
Hmm. Well, there's something going on in this town, that's for sure. Mm.
But
Is
depend
it radiation?
depending on the supplies that you guys went and paid for,
About 10 gold worth of rations for all of us.
sure.
I don't know how many rations that would be.
Well, that's awfully a lot because rations is. Give me like a second. Did you guys do anything else or whatever? As I'm looking.
I think we talked about getting an inn, but if you think that something's weird's going on here, then maybe we shouldn't.
Are you guys ready to get the inn?
Did
As
you guys
there-
want to get the
Everybody.
As
got
they were
food,
busy, as they were busy in there, I'm also like after the detect poison season, gonna richly cast speak with animals,
Sure.
Don't
and then
you
I'm gonna
talk
go,
about-
and then I no.
Okay.
Ah,
Sorry to
Some-
interrupt you. So one ration, right, for one day is 5 silver piece. So you can get 2 for 1 gold. So 2 times 10, 20, so 20 rations, if I'm correct.
yes.
Yeah.
Because I think we spent like 15 or something, and we got like 30.
I'm glad
rations.
my math is somewhat correct.
We still have 24.
Yeah. Because we've been eating
Okay.
horse meat, so we
Yeah.
only ate like 6.
So if I get 20, that or 10 spend 10 gold, we get 20. I get 24. Did you guys want some rations too? Please.
We did.
I'm fine.
So as
Even
they
after the
were
horse meat, we're good.
doing their thing, you want to cast speak with animals.
I assume there's some bird flying around or something like that.
You there,
You
bird.
find
Come to
a
me.
somewhat that looks like the same thing as a squirrel.
Sure, I'll take it.
A tree rat. Can I try to eat the tree rat?
I'm gonna look at the thing over there and be like, hey buddy, you have a moment?
Very skeptical, but it doesn't seem to be running away.
So there's this weird thing going in town on this place, and people seem to be getting ill. Are you also feeling ill?
Kind of like slightly checks itself, but it doesn't seem to give a negative response.
Okay. Do you and any of your friends know what's going on? There seems something wrong here.
Make a persuasion check
Sure.
with a squirrel.
I'll,
I mean, it
I'll guide
doesn't make them extremely willing to talk.
No,
either.
I'm guiding myself, so let's see what I can get out of it. 14. See what the squirrel says on the 14.
You pretty much hear like random days some people tend to feel or seem off.
Hmm.
So random days some people seem to be off, and that's about the gist of what you can gather.
And I said, like, do you any of your friends seem to have those days too? Or is it just the people?
Just kind of like still checking itself and just like he seems to be fine.
Okay, so it's only the people. Well, sorry for bothering you, and have a good squirrely day.
Okay.
As soon as they're done talking, can I make an attempt to grab the tree rat, as I called it?
You can when we take a quick break.
Ooh.
We'll be right back. So
Ooh, death
Hank-
squirrel.
hang tight. We'll see what happens to the squirrel. Welcome back. Hey, I did it right. Cool. So, where we last left off, you guys being poisoned, receiving a pinch of shoulder pain, and bought rations.
Horse meat.
So, anybody doing anything particular?
Running low on horse meat.
I mean, he wanted to go for the squirrel, right?
Yeah, I'm lunging at the squirrel. Like, I watched
Nick-
this whole conversation, and at the end, I'm going to try to lunge past her towards the squirrel.
Can I trip? Can I trip him?
Spaced. Yeah.
I will definitely say make a. Are you're obviously not. You know what? Just make a acrobatics check with disadvantage and stealth with disadvantage.
I'm not trying to be stealthy about it. I'm just going.
Oh, I know. I'm
Oh.
I'm curious is all.
Like, too bad I can't give him super disadvantage because I'm trying to trip him up.
Hey,
Okay.
that's a great stealth roll for me.
So that squirrel is gone. Before like you kind of hop out of the wagon, but it's like it might take another hop or two, pretty much, to get to it, and that squirrel is like already gone.
Dang it, tree rats are faster than regular rats.
Nice try, buddy.
Was he
Why are you,
trying to
why,
get a
why are you
squirrel?
trying to get it to begin with? I just talked to it. Hello. No, you don't eat everything that moves.
Do we know you talked to it?
Yeah,
He
wanted to
fucking knew.
kill it. That doesn't mean it's not food.
Never mind. I don't think I'll ever understand. Don't even think I want to understand.
Have you never had a rat before?
No.
They believe
Anyway.
it's delicious.
Fantastic.
You don't have taste buds.
I do. They're just different from yours.
That's true.
So apparently the squirrel told me that people here get randomly sick in town, and I also saw you ate that you also felt something, and I also feel sick. So I don't know. There's something weird going on.
Do I feel okay, DM?
Yeah, you feel fine.
Clarence, do you feel okay?
Do I feel okay?
Yeah, you feel fine.
Yeah, bro. I'm good.
Seems to be more you big people.
Oh, you know what it is? It's because they're too tall.
Well,
Their bodies are
I
disintegrating.
mean, the place where I felt it was at your height, so I don't know what you're talking about.
But like maybe like it's something in the air, and maybe you have to be so tall to be able to breathe it in.
Did I go through this town before?
Yeah.
Do I remember anything like weird?
Out of do you think you would have stayed here long, or do you think you might have stayed and then like traveled away?
Probably would have been there for one day.
Yeah, you wouldn't have noticed a thing.
Yep. Okay.
Not a thing.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
always something going wrong.
I'll tell them that, like, hey, I stayed here before and nothing seemed off last time.
Well, the squirrel said that there's things going wrong, and I felt something, and it felt something. So I mean.
So wait a minute, like, you guys don't believe me about having a demon inside of me, but that guy can talk to squirrels, and we're just supposed to trust him?
The demon's 100% verified now.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And I have an idea about that after seeing her talk to the squirrel. But could you try talking to the horses? Maybe it's just small things aren't affected. Maybe the horses are.
I look at the horses. You guys feeling anything strange?
Could speak with animals last 10
They-
minutes.
They seem to be fine. I was going to like think of something weird, but I was like, no, they were fine.
I mean, it seems like
Edward instead of Elise.
I mean, according to the horses and the squirrel, it doesn't really seem to affect animals. It seems to go after people specifically.
Does it not think we're people? And I look at Clarence.
I mean, the squirrel said sure it's not everyone. It's like a specific amount, like a random amount of people on random days.
Maybe it's somebody's idea of a bad prank.
I don't know. Do we feel like doing anything about it, or we just want to keep moving?
Have people been dying because of it? Like, could we ask whoever's in charge around here?
Sure.
If they've had like more people dying lately or anything?
Yeah, we can ask. I mean, we
I
were gonna
turn
stay
to a
overnight
random
anyway.
person walking by. Hey, who's in charge around here? Could you take us to your leader?
Oh, that'd be Lord Tusknarl. He's up in his I don't know what they call it in towns. It's not really like a
Manor.
Town hall.
We're just town
Yeah.
hall. Sure, fuck it. He's up in town hall. Just right up the road.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his house.
He said that it's Tusk Snarl and he's up in town hall.
Town hall. Right. We can go and ask him. Find a place
Need
to
to be-
park.
Do the speaking.
Need to be right back, baby things.
Ooh.
Maybe things
Ooh,
are important things.
responsibility.
So now it's the time to ask at least all the questions, and if she says nothing,
Then we
The
just
answer is
assume that
yes.
she
yeah,
says
then we
yes.
assume. So, anyways,
Elise, can we have all your gold, or all that's left of your gold, the 200, to split among the three of us? No answer.
Oh,
That's
that
a
sounds-
yes.
That's a yes.
all right. So, anyways, do you guys go to town hall?
Yeah,
I would
I'll
explore.
lead the horses that direction.
Wait, we should probably park the horse at a.
I mean,
Stable.
I assumed we would just take the cart with us. Are we staying here the night, or are we still just
I
unsure?
thought, weren't we? Or did you not want to?
Me and Elise are having a conversation. It might not be the best choice.
Oh,
I
well,
honestly don't know what you guys are talking about. So like to me, it's fine. I stayed here before. I mean, it was one day,
I
but
point over a little bit towards where there's just like a puddle of blood where somebody was vomiting up
You can
blood.
see somebody is now currently like trying to clean it, like pouring water and like mop it up, if you will.
oh, yeah, that seems weird. We should either leave or fix it.
Yeah, I'm.
well, we
thinking
could figure out what.
maybe
If we can't figure out what it
that
is,
wouldn't
we
be
can.
the good thing.
If we can't figure out what it is, then if we go to Zifa, maybe they could help give us some idea of what it is to
Hey,
send back
you're
to
a
them.
guard. What do you think? Should we help the people of this town?
Well, we should try to help them and see what we can find out.
Oh man.
Cat.
That
Leroy's
cat.
getting
At
chased
least,
by a
at
cat.
least uses her shapeshift to become a cat.
Wow, it is. It's settling in there.
Yeah, he's
really
there. Now.
is.
So, anyways,
Look at that.
Leroy's gonna come back and just use the cat as a headrest. I guess.
so you guys go to town hall, and I would
There's
say
already
it's do what?
there's like a little like spit pot right there where it's like.
Sure.
A spittoon.
There, if you guys go in and ask, you guys can pretty much immediately get a audience with the Lord, as he doesn't seem to have any plans of the day. So,
So we could try and get a meeting with him then, or
yeah, like if this is what you guys are doing, like you kind of like walk in and talk to the secretary, and she's like, "Yeah, you can just walk like right through these doors and talk to him."
Right.
Eighth, you're really good at speaking. Could you maybe try talking to him?
Sure, I can see what we can find out.
All right. So, as if everybody's going, as you guys all head in, you guys can see a decently old male orc, as he has a short, kind of like straight gray hair and cane eyes. He has a veiny green skin. He stands about relatively shorter than some orcs that most of y'all have seen, and is decently in shape. As he kind of yeah, and I have this as a note as well. He always wears a fancy hat. But as you guys come in, you can see like a little pseudo dragon kind of sitting in a chair, just looks like asleep, and he's just, do I have yes or no? No. Yes.
Okay.
Welcome. You guys seem to be new here. Is there something I can help you with?
Yes, we were just we were passing through and we seen someone um puking up blood. Is there anything concerning happening here? We're just curious.
I mean, did he seem to be hurt in any kind?
As far as my companions have told me, I don't believe he was.
Maybe
We
he...
did feel some.
Oh no, please, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I did feel some discomfort and pain in my shoulder, and another one said she wasn't feeling too well here either. Could
Maybe
you
it's
possibly?
maybe it's just a bad day for some folks.
Can I roll an insight on that?
Yeah, I'm also gonna roll insight on him. I don't trust this guy for shit.
Yeah, both of y'all can roll an insight.
God damn it, 16 only. God damn, they've only had advantage, so
16.
I rolled 27.
Give me like 1 second. Let me see. Let me see what I can do. Cool. I want to roll
A question mark? Wow. All 16s. That's 4 straight 16s right there. Self,
you
insight.
You can't play it any better.
Harvey
Wow.
needs to know, right?
Meat
how's that
beats,
work?
so...
Does that
meat
mean
beats.
he wins or did they win?
No.
Is he meeting or are they meeting?
Uh,
Is the question.
because it is a tie, I'm just going to say you guys feel like there's a upfront to things, but it's also kind of hard just because the fact maybe this isn't the first time he's had to explain if there was something going on, so he's probably gotten better at it. I can't do that any better. So
4 straight. That is insane. Well,
you guys, I'll say this: you guys can act however you feel.
well, it just seems very unusual because we haven't been in the town for too long, and this happened. So we're just a little concerned that something might be going on here. We're just wishing for the most forefront explanations on this, if that's all right.
Well, I mean, first off, I do pray to the god of Machinus that you guys do have some sort of speedy recovery, and hope that your true nature will come back instead of being all sick. But I mean, I'm sorry if I don't have quite all the answers you're looking for. I mean, we do kind of have a I guess they would call it a doctor's office in a small town. We do kind of have like a doctor you can see if there's something you need to be looked at.
We're just more curious. Is it something with your water supply? Maybe it's contaminated?
Oh, good
Or-
lordy, no. This town
How
is...
long has this doctor been in town?
I mean, he lives here, so I would like to say for a long time. Oh, and that's a nice looking baby you got there. I don't know where it came from, but you got it.
I don't know where it
At
came
least
from.
just
I just
walked
found
out
out.
in the street, punched a random lady, and took her
Like
baby.
this lady like didn't want a baby anymore. She like went to the toilet and now I had to hold her baby. I don't know.
Ah, yeah, that must be the assistant. Yeah, she didn't want to stay home after she had the kid, but like, when duty calls. But
Anyway,
anyways, no, this
But this doctor, you don't know how long he's been in town. Has he been in town
no, he
like
he lives
years
here.
then,
Like,
or
yes, I, like years. I know the guy. The doctor's fine. What?
inside.
I
yeah, I'd like to insight that
Insight.
as well. Because the first time he just said, "I think he's been here a while."
no, he didn't say that.
That was
Nah,
a slip of
it's
the
like
tongue.
I'm trying to insight if he thinks the doctor is fine or not. 20. Another 16 by the way on him.
Added to the 16 as
5
well.
straight.
Oh, there you go. Too.
The doctor has been here for years, and
He's on the up and up.
he seems okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
he thinks the doctor's okay. Okay, I don't trust the doctor.
What about food? Is where you getting your food at the best?
Look, I don't know if I kind of like these accusations that you're throwing that this great town has
no.
something that's
No,
hurting its
we're
people. I mean,
no. It could be something where
I think
something
Great Skin is over-
gets into
not
the
even labeled on the map.
the crops or anything that goes into your your cattle or anything that could be contaminating them. It could be quite
don't you
entirely accidental.
don't you think it'd be kind of weird for a couple of individuals who seem to have just come into town to randomly get sick while the rest of the people here who continuously eat, and if it was something wrong with the food that they continuously eat, that they probably also would be getting sick?
I mean,
Oh,
Faith,
someone
to be
did get
fair-
sick.
Faith, to be fair, we haven't ate any of their food yet, so if anything, it'd be something in the air.
That's true.
And is all of
We
y'all
did-
is all of y'all feeling sick or
Nah,
ill?
but I did watch a guy puke blood, man. Like,
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the
maybe
squirrel said the
Mm.
squirrel the tree rat said that like a lot of people not everybody but a lot of people end up sick.
okay, look. First off,
We're not making
This-
accusations.
this man probably has some sort of illness that causes him to do that. I'm no doctor, so I don't know. Second of all, if you're getting information from a tree rat, I think it might
Very
be.
reliable.
Look, and he kind of stands up and he's like, I don't mean to be rude by any means, but if you guys need to leave, that'd be great. I don't need
don't think we need
accusations being thrown around that this town has something bad going on it. As
Well-
you can see, two of your other members are fine without any sort of issues, while the other two seem to be having a off day.
you know what would be a shame? We're going up to Zeetham to meet the champion. There's been a problem that we've been trying to help him with. It'd be a shame if we had to let him know that we think something's going on here, but we
We've
don't know
already
what it
helped
is.
them with the problem before, so they have a little bit of weight to trust us.
Yeah.
Don't you think if we had a problem, the Steel Talons wouldn't be already ahead of it?
I don't
We're-
know.
Which,
We're not insinuating anything. We're just concerned citizens. That's
Oh,
all.
I'm insinuating.
I don't know
well,
what that word means.
I
but we're
don't
doing
like
it.
insinuating that there's something going on here. So, if you'd be so kind to please go ahead and escort yourself out, would be mighty kind. Unless you want to have a decent discussion about something else that is not whatever you guys want to bring as random travelers, I feel like our business is done here.
Right. Thank you for the time. We can see ourselves out.
Before I leave, can I like investigate the room to see if anything seems off?
Make
Like
a
papers,
make
secret doors.
make a perception check.
Natural one, baby. Let's go.
How big is this room, DM?
I
Like
mean,
how close would he end up being to the exterior door?
So close.
Wow, you said
So
it too.
close.
Said
I thought
it,
you were
and
gonna
then
do like an intimidation, and so I was trying to lay down the grounds
I
to be able to say like, oh, I helped him with the intimidation by being like, we have some weight to carry with
I-
Ziza.
I was trying, but I don't think a goblin and a kobold are very scary to an orc. I would assume is where we're going.
I mean, if you wanted to try to intimidate, you would definitely need to tell me you're trying to intimidate.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was trying to lay down the grounds to be
That's-
like, I
yeah.
help him with that.
Yeah. I thought that's what I was trying to do. That's why I made the comment about, oh, it is an insinuation.
Well, I mean, go ahead and try an intimidation if you will.
Could
If
my
you,
help give
if
him
you
advantage?
guys are wanting to continue pursuing after, we'll say this is kind of like an after effect after he's already told you guys to pretty much leave. If you guys are wanting to continue to stay to continue the conversation, you can make a intimidation check. If you guys are just leaving, then don't worry about it.
Can I try to take a cue off of our guard friend?
I was.
You were leaving? Okay, then we'll leave.
I
Yeah.
tried to set up advantage for you.
No, yeah, you're
sorry.
good.
Yeah, no, anytime, just in case, anytime you're going to try to do something, let me know. Like, I
Okay.
would like to try to do this, and if I feel like you don't have the ground, I might say, like, what do you do?
Okay.
So, because to be fair, I felt the intimidation thing coming, but you didn't say anything, so I was like,
Oh, you're.
I'm
Yeah,
just-
that's why I was like.
I just continue
yeah.
rolling.
Mm.
All right, so you guys pretty much all step out of his office and shut the door behind yourselves.
He is hiding something.
Once we're on the other side of the door, can I try again on the detect evil and good?
Yeah, sure. You don't pick up anything.
Okay. That's why I was asking how big the room is. I basically wanted to know if I cast it outside the door, would I be able to pick him up in the 30
I mean,
foot
how?
radius?
Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
It's. I mean, this is a town. It's not like it's super extremely fancy or anything.
Is the receptionist normal?
Yeah.
The pseudo dragon in the chair?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
Wow.
I ask her, hey, so your boss didn't really want to talk to us, but like, we're just really trying to find out so we can help you guys. What's going on?
And she kind of adjusts her glasses and like kind of looks and I'm sorry. What do you mean? What's going on? I feel like everything is going okay.
We watched the
Something
guy
wrong?
puke
noticed-
blood outside. We've got people with random ailments for no reason. Oh, just run of the mill like creepy stuff.
I mean, I I don't quite understand where you're going with this.
How long has the doctor been in town?
He's been here for a long time, as far as I remember. This is more of a family business, I believe.
What about
How
Lord
long has-
Tusksnarl?
I mean, he's been our lord for a while as well.
Anybody new in town we should know about?
Not
Aside
that,
from us.
not that I'm aware of.
Have we've noticed some people in the town too that have gotten sick. How long have you noticed people not feeling the best, like strange ailments? Is it something recently, or has
Or
it been?
have you
going on?
noticed?
I
even?
mean, people get sick, don't they? Just naturally?
We're not insinuating anything. It's just we're just seeing where we're concerned a little bit.
I insight check that the people get sick naturally.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe she's a hidden lich. We don't know. Dang it, 15.
I mean, the way I would even say it this way as well. The way you guys are going about it, you're legitly describing basic illnesses that people could have.
I mean, vomiting blood isn't a basic illness.
Well,
They might be having a-
no, but the fact that you saw one person vomit blood and expect that there has to be some like crazy shit going on, like
Yeah.
Saw one person, saw somebody else start feeling pain in their shoulder. Somebody got poisoned, and the squirrel
Which-
says it's happening often.
but the fact you ask a squirrel of knowledge of a city or a town for that fact, like that doesn't mean the squirrel lives there. And again, even if it gave you truthful information, your reliable source is a squirrel.
Yeah, nothing wrong
Listen,
with
that
that.
squirrel is
Squirrels
the
are smart.
leading.
It has an
And
intelligence of 5. Braden.
That's almost as much as me. I don't see what you're saying.
Not
And-
impressive.
and so as you guys go about this, and I can say most of you probably easily pick this up, you guys are still explaining or asking about basic illnesses that is not affecting the major population of the town and
Um,
could
Talk
be
to the
easily
doctor?
described as an off day. I mean, what if that guy just has some sort of illness, but it's just him, and
Yeah,
that's
just
like
Yeah.
a legit illness? Like,
Well, we should. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But my
Oh.
friend here got poisoned just by entering town.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Like, she wasn't poisoned, and then we entered town, and she was.
Well, is somebody after y'all? I mean, like,
No.
do you need to go talk to the guards or something?
No, nobody's
Hey.
after us.
Maybe we should talk to the guards. Maybe we should talk to more people.
Maybe we go talk to that doctor.
Yeah?
He's a family business. That's very reputable. I come from a family business myself. Maybe I could make a connection and network and figure things out.
It's a
That's my word of
scrapyard.
the
What's
day.
the doctor going to do at the scrapyard? What is the scrapyard going to do for a doctor?
Listen. I'm trying to diversify my industry. I can
That's a
produce
big
If-
word.
many
Those are
tools.
two big words for you.
If
That was
y'all
listen. I had 3 days worth of word of the day. Okay.
if you guys don't mind,
I get one
if
more
you
big
Well-
can take your conversation away
yes,
from
well-
his door, please.
Yes, of course.
word. Does he get angry a lot?
No, he's quite very cheerful man.
Yeah. You just seemed like you were a little worried and you wanted us away from his door.
He
I
seemed
mean,
constipated.
this is like if he needs to talk to somebody or somebody needs to come in to talk to him, and you guys
You
are
told us he had an open schedule today.
and you guys walked in. What if there's somebody else that needs to walk in?
How often do
Yeah, that's-
people walk into the town hall of a small town in the middle of nowhere?
You'd be
A lot of
surprised.
people like to talk to each other. Doesn't mean that people have to talk to him just for public business.
To be fair, that's true.
We should.
My parents
Yeah.
talk to a lot of people. They talk for a long time.
So
know that
if you're
feeling.
done being rude,
We're
please.
sorry.
I'm not.
We'll get a move on. Yes. Yeah. We should probably go. Yeah. We definitely need to go.
Thank you.
Thank
Y'all
you.
have a lovely
Where-
day.
Where do you want to go?
You as well. Go to the doctor. See if we can get a cure for.
This sounds like a mild
this
illness.
poison.
The way that they're describing it sounds more like a mild illness.
Well, I'm starting to think this is outside, by the way. Heading back to the cart.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think maybe the doctor is doing something to get more business.
And it wouldn't make sense to talk to the doctor because he's going to lie to us.
We could report it to ZFM, but right now, I don't think
Well,
we're gonna
It
get a
hasn't
truthful
really gone
answer.
that well, but maybe we could see through the lie.
You're just going to inside every single person you talk to.
Yes.
Here,
Well, can I insight on what the chick said to us just now if she's hiding something? Or is
I
it too
tried,
late?
I rolled bad.
I
think it's
mean,
too
Oh, there
late.
it is.
kind of too late now.
Yeah, don't worry
And I
about it then.
tried and rolled
What?
bad, so. Well, I
Why
didn't
don't
even
we?
roll bad, I just didn't roll
I
the
could
best.
probably see if we could find someone from the guard. See if I might know them.
Have we seen anybody wearing, like, guard armor?
Yeah, there's like, a very small amount of guards just because it's a town, but also because this is a town that would lead into Zolosis. So, you have some guard presence. But Zolosis is home of the Steel Talons, which for Aeth and Elise, the Steel Talons is close to of a spies, if you will, to almost anything. They, I believe they also do not. Let me check something real quick. Checking. Hold your horses. Anyways, y'all guys can continue until I look at what I'm trying to
Do you
find.
know someone in charge in Zlosas from your time as a guard, Dave?
I might know some local law enforcement people here if they
Well, I'm thinking anybody
be in my old.
local, if there is some sort of corruption, might be in on the corruption.
So, Elise, you know that your guild, right, doesn't necessarily have too much problems with the Steel Talons, but you do know that the Steel Talons do not like your guild. They kind of see things slightly different than how your guild operates, if you will. So
Mhm.
What
That
what city
and
is
put,
Elise from again? What guild? Dash city?
she's never told you.
Oh,
shit us.
dang it.
So so I am aware of some people being corrupted, but there are always individuals that aren't corrupt even in a corrupt system.
Wait,
I mean,
how long
honestly,
ago
if these people don't want our help, then why would we help them, right?
do the normal people want our help? Do I see that guy who we watched vomit blood anywhere near us?
He,
I can tell you without a perception check. No.
I can. If you guys feel that we should help them,
No,
Okay.
I mean, like, they obviously
Yeah.
don't give a shit. We're not gonna get anything from it. I'm like, I'm tired of these people.
Okay.
well,
I don't think we should stay in town if people are getting randomly sick, especially
I
not
mean,
at
if you
the
want to investigate the doctor's bullshit, I mean, you can do that as a last ditch attempt, but I don't know.
you guys
Maybe
can do
it's
that. I could probably go talk to one of the guards. Keep them
probably
out.
not
mean,
gonna
that
go
seems
any
fine.
better.
Then meet up after.
Last ditch effort, guys. If they don't give us anything,
If they don't
well,
want to be helped,
otherwise,
then that's their problem.
yeah.
Can I try to find the doctor's place? I'm assuming it's not hard to find.
Sure.
Dr.
Yeah,
Phil.
we'll go ahead and do with your doctor thing, and then we'll deal with the guard after. So, you come across the, you know, once again the doctor's office, because again I don't know if they had a name for it for the towns or not. But anyways, and well, the doctor is looking at patients when it comes to like this is the person who's like either looking at people that are coming in sick or like major stuff, but like there's not like a hospital, if you will. Like this building might be able to be big enough to hold like 5 people if they had to like stay in a room or something, and this is like in a giant open room. So
Like a physician or like a clinic?
a physician slash clinic, like again, whatever the term would be for a town in the medieval age. The witch doctor.
It'd be a barber technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There was no doctor, it'd be a barber.
Hi, Mr. Doctor Guy. My name's Clarence Garbu. This is Elise. We're
Uh,
just wondering. My friend
yes.
Elise. Oh, hi.
Nope, sorry. I just if you can make this quick, I got another person I gotta go check on.
Sure, yeah. Elise came into town. We saw a guy puke blood. She's got poison. Our other friend is in pain. We're just confused and wondering if something's going on in the town that's weird.
And you can see he's just like kind of checking some looks like notes and stuff, and then kind of puts down. Were they bitten by anything? Did you ask this guy if he's been injured in some sort of way?
We're
It
just
felt like I was
asking.
bitten. It felt like I was bitten by something, but it didn't specify what bit me, and I would know because I checked with magic, not with normal means.
And our other friend, he's not currently injured, but he was a long time ago.
Okay, that sounds like a typical illness that would hurt if somebody was injured for a long time. And he looks to you, Lisa. I have a minute if you want me to try to check out whatever bothering you, I guess.
I mean, I'm poisoned.
I mean, do you want me to check, or are you looking for like? Do you know what kind of poison? Do you want
No,
me
it doesn't
to?
say what. It
I
doesn't
can.
say what kind of poison it was. You can look at it. She points to her calf and she's like, yes. See, there's no bite mark or anything, but it's there.
It's definitely like a shade of green, if you will. I can try to give you some medicine and see if that would help.
I mean, I'm fine for now. I mean, I can get rid of it if I really need to.
Are you sure?
Elise just goes like, rolls her eyes, and I'll cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Okay. As like the kind of like a little bit of a glowiness, which very faint glowiness, kind of faints away, and he's just, well, very well then. Well
I
then,
mean, the squirrel told me that it's been going on in the town for ages. He must have had more people come in there.
Have you noticed an increase?
I
Or just
mean,
that? Where did you learn medicine? Have you noticed like a different amount here than somewhere else?
I've been here all my life, and I mean, I get occasional things that you would see, like people out in the field. So there's nothing that seems out of the ordinary.
Inside.
Nothing seems out of the
Make
ordinary.
an insight.
I'd also like to insight.
16 again.
This is a
Yay!
bad day for insight. 23.
He seems
I
to
mean, I'm
be
16.
I got one too.
seems to be telling the truth that he
Another one.
Does Clarence
Seems like a
not
nice
believe
guy.
the guy while the rest of us do?
Do it. It's gonna be a 1.
The rest of us now believe him, and Clarence is just gonna insist that he's hiding something.
You know what? Just because I can do it, because I am evil, Clarence, you're now poisoned as well.
Yes.
For
Oh no.
for whatever mystical BS, for whatever reason, you're now poisoned.
Can I say that to him? Hey,
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right.
You just start feeling a pain in your stomach. You don't.
this
even know
this
you're
will be
poisoned.
like this is going to be when you leave, you feel bad now.
Okay, good.
It's
So
like one of those things where somebody says that they're not feeling well, and then you're just instantly like, "Oh, I'm not feeling well either."
you know what? Hold
You
on.
just
Hold
ate
on.
the bad Mexican food.
I'll even do
It
this.
hasn't yet hit you that it was bad.
If it is odd, you're poisoned. If it's even,
I die.
you just take it as damage.
Okay, good.
Okay.
No win.
Take 14 points of damage as it feels like your hand and your like rib felt like you wouldn't even know about this either in a sense. So it feels like you've got punched and punched something really hard.
Ow! Can I say something to Elise and ask her if that's what happened to her?
Well, they're busy inciting and actually talking to the doctor. You're off to the side,
Oh.
like in the next room, crying.
Oh, okay.
You're in pain.
So, yeah, that's what your net one gets you. But no, he seems to be very straightforward. That there's days that either are slow or normal, and there's where he gets where it looks like people get injuries from working in a field. Like, there's nothing that he deems out of the ordinary.
Definitely ghost snakes then. No, I'm kidding.
There's clearly something going on.
And yes, because of that one and the damage, this is associated with whatever. But I'm just telling you, like, at this particular moment, you're just in the other room.
As the only person who hasn't been affected by this yet, I think we should just leave town as soon as possible.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on the Duckling. Wisdom saving throw DC 16.
I mean, with the 23, I still believed him, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's a difference between like the way inside works. They can believe it's true. And then
yeah, no, he failed.
yeah. Okay, as he fails, like I just look at him.
So curiosity, what would a D20 on here give me? Oh yeah, no, mine was worse.
he fucking dicked it.
Yeah.
I just look at the doctor. So there's something weird going on there. You must have noticed it. What do you think's actually going on here?
He'll tell you that besides like excluding normal things that he deems as normal, there is an occasional more of things that you would see, again, people working like in fields and farms, if you will. But he says it's just kind of weird as we don't have a lot of farmers, and we'll get those type of injuries from people who are not farming. But you know, it's like he kind of doesn't question it as much. He will ask, but these people would say they like it just kind of happened, and there's times that he's just not sure if people are doing something stupid, and they're like saying, "Oh, I don't know, this just happened to me." Like if Clarence just walked in and said, "My hand and my ribs feel like they're broken," it's
but
just
he was
like
slamming against the doorpost before he walked in.
yeah, like to him it'd be like you would like I feel like you were doing something, but it's not my job as an investigator. I'm just kind of here to help you and heal you. So
Ask him
Okay,
about
so-
the mayor.
so pretty much he'll see some weird oh shut up illnesses on people that doesn't fit that type of
No, I don't know. Ask him. Do you think that has the mayor or whatever the fuck you call him has he come to you and said to keep it under wraps?
He'll say no, but the mayor does like to keep the town in high status because his hopes of one day trying to get this to be like a bigger, not like a city status, but like a really good trading outpost. And nobody would want it to be a trading outpost if
Shit's going down.
shit's going down. But as a doctor, he has not been coerced or seemed to have reasonable suspicion of something foul play, but awkwardness, if you will.
I just look at Garbo. I'm like, I think definitely the mayor is hiding something.
I have an idea on how to get him to spill the beans.
Sure.
We'd have to go back and try and talk to him again.
Yeah, well, what's the idea?
And I'd
have to cast a little bit of magic.
Oh, like I did on
Yeah,
a friend here.
not quite the same magic. I'd have to like cast something and say like reveal or tell him to confess, that sort of thing.
Oh.
I'd have to command him. Don't
I
really
mean,
have
if we're gonna go all in, right? Then we might as well go all in.
Oh, I can help you go all in then, if you need some help.
I mean, if we want to get to the bottom of this, because I feel like now there's something going on here, obviously.
Alright, I'll be ready to help you if things go bad.
I looked at the doctor. Well, sorry for doing that, but I think it was just easier like this.
As he, because I don't think it lasts long. As he kind of comes out of it, and
It lasts
An hour.
an hour. I'm not ending it early.
oh, okay. Where he's just, I would prefer
He
not
still
to get in.
thinks you're his best friend.
I would
as we
prefer
walk
you
out.
not to get me in trouble by any means. Whatever you guys are planning, as we are not. Well, while me, like, you know me, I like to keep things professional.
We don't know him.
No.
Yeah, like I like
No,
Elise
no,
just nods. Elise just nods. It's like yeah, we know that, but
He
just
just
like
thinks Elise knows him.
yeah, exactly. It's like yeah, I know that. That's just trying to get to the bottom of this and trying to help people, and we'll keep you out of it. Don't worry about it.
Well, good luck in your investigations.
Yeah. Keep doing the good work, and I'll just like scuffle out of the room.
Okay. You
Keep
guys-
concentrating. Like wait, it's not concentration actually. It stays for an hour.
Unless I think he
Yep.
gets like attacked or something.
Yeah.
Unless we give him a reason to not be our friend.
Mm.
Really
But,
nice spell, like spiritual weapon.
But you guys heading back to the town hall?
Oh, I guess Claire's just dying outside.
Yeah, like I'm in another room.
Well, I
I
feel like
don't know.
halfway through, Clarence was like standing here talking, and then just his pain like shot up. His arm shot up with pain, and he just like stepped out, like excused himself for a minute, and just like went outside and started screaming.
You
or
know, out
something.
of curiosity, hey Clarence,
Yep.
how are you feeling?
Medium.
Well done.
Medium.
Hold
You
on.
want me to do the thing?
No. Well, yeah. Go ahead and do it. I feel like this is a reasonable call.
Oh no. Is that bad?
I feel like you've done that one before. Hold on.
I think I have. We should write them down.
Oh, I did.
So we-
I have wrote them down.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. You think I wouldn't have?
Yep.
No.
Is this? I'm assuming this is right after I went into the other room.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Well, that has nothing to do with. I want to see something happen. Roll it again.
Okay.
Now, if it's really.
Oh.
Okay, see, look, that is more reasonable. You can't cast any spells for a while.
How long's a while?
You
until
don't know.
until I
You just,
tell.
Until
you
the
just
DM
feel your
says-
magic leave you.
It's not bad, but until I tell you.
Okay.
You feel like your
I'm-
magic has departed from
I'm
you.
I'm gonna milk this one just because it's not bad.
I'm now a turtle.
But anyways, you all kind of regroup outside, and Clarence, you can confess anything if you want. And I'll say at this moment you don't know that you can't do no magic.
Okay. Hey, Elise,
Uh,
how did it feel when you got bit?
annoying.
Oh, so it didn't like feel like you broke your hand and then part of your arm?
Most definitely not.
Okay, I had that. That happened to me. That it hurts really bad. Like actually, like I'm in a lot of pain. Like on a scale, like the smiley face scale that they have at the doctors. Yeah, I'm like a 7 right now. So like,
I like really happy.
no, like on that ouchie scale. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to the doctor and like, oh, how are you feeling? You gotta point at the like.
Oh, you were
smiley
like
face.
talking about like happy and bad skill. You said it's 7. I thought 7 would be really happy.
10's really bad. Okay,
Okay.
so 7 close to 10.
This is what makes my day.
Is this what goblins do when they go to the doctor?
I don't know. That's just how our doctors were in my town. I guess maybe it's
And
a kids chart, so like kids can tell how bad they are. But like, I'm kind of a kid.
One time, I had this tooth with a hole in it, and I went to the doctor, and he yanked it out.
sounds
That was
good.
that was a dentist.
They're a doctor.
Yeah,
This is medieval times. That would all be done by one Dr. Barber.
yeah, you're.
Alright.
Yeah.
Dr.
Any-
Barber.
anyway,
That's the
so-
thing.
Anyway, if you like Ouchie, that sucks. But we're gonna go talk to this orc person again and convince him to spill the beans, literally.
Sure. I can heal myself anyway later if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I
I
had to
love
say
this so much. So you guys head back to town hall as you guys come in,
I
and
was-
she kind of like looks at you. Oh, please tell me you're not here to cause trouble again.
No, we've come to apologize, actually, if we could just have a moment of his time.
That's a lie.
She go ahead and make a deception check.
Just straight up a lie, though. Yeah.
dude.
Yep.
God fucking damn it.
Oh
-1.
no.
Okay.
God fucking damn
She's
it.
just like,
It's
Okay,
100% a lie. Garbu is looking very sinister when he says
well,
this.
if you can give me one moment and let me go inform him, okay? And she kind of
Okay.
gets up and
Do I know that she read through my lie with that natural one?
No, you
Okay,
don't
yeah.
know people found out through yourself.
Yeah, I suck at lying, y'all.
I'm not.
I just get the garbage like.
There's yourself.
Okay.
I love this. This is great. I'm not here for this.
I'm gonna like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna go your soda because they're probably gonna kick you out. And I'm gonna, as she walks out of the room, I'm
Why would
gonna,
they kick me out. I did a great job.
yeah, saying how much you were insincere.
I was very insincere.
Yeah, very well. Anyway, I'm gonna go sneak into his place, and I'm gonna turn into don't eat me. I'll beat you up, and I'm gonna turn into a rat,
Okay.
and I'm gonna scuttle after her in the room.
Okay.
Shit. I rolled a wisdom check.
You quickly go, and she. It's very quick pace. Because the door's not far from her. You know what? Sure, why not? I'll say like you like really close call, if you will, as she kind of goes to shut the door and you like scurried in.
Mm.
So you're in there, and she kind of excuse me, sir, sorry to bother you. Yes, what is it? Those same people from earlier, they're back, and they said they were here to apologize, but I don't think that's what they're here for. I see. Troublemakers try to come disrupt our town and then try to come in here and ruffle me up, I see. Well, which it is, I mean, it's important. He don't care. He don't care. Why don't I go ahead and give the guards a call, if you will, and have them wait a moment. Tell them I'm with somebody. Right away, sir. And he kind of gets up and follows her as she barely opens the door and kind of like slips through, and he shuts it, and he goes to lock it. To just
As she goes to lock it, I cast Charm First. I shift started my form and I cast Charm First on them.
okay. Wisdom save, right?
Yeah. Damn right.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey!
And
Okay,
just
he-
screaming.
Yeah, 6 seconds.
As he like I do, I walk up behind him and I'm gonna cast my. This is gonna be. I'm escalating right super hard right now because it's fucking fun as fuck. I'm having a good old time. I don't play 20 intelligence wizard anymore.
Listen, our sense of responsibility left us to go talk to old friends.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I'm gonna like just take up my, as at the same time I'm gonna take up my. She actually carries a sword on her, so that's fun. And she just like as she resists the spell, she feels that he resists the spell. She just puts the blade into his back, so that's one word.
Okay, so he kind of like, as you quickly shift up to change him, and the pseudo dragon kind of like reacting to it as well, and he just kind of shakes his head. What the? And then he can feel like the little poke in his back as you're like kind of quickly went in to
So she feels I can't cast another leveled spell. So that's an issue.
yeah. So he's just now. You know that this is a serious crime if you hurt me, right?
Yeah, I'm not hurting you yet. Depends on how open you are gonna be about what's actually going on here.
And I believe I told you what was actually going on, which was nothing.
I mean, yeah, but it's clearly nothing. We went to talk to some people, and it clearly something's going on. People are getting hurt for no reason, even though they're getting injuries that don't match up with what they're doing. I mean, either you want this solved or you're just trying to hide it.
Yes. I'll say that you can kind of go ahead and make an insight with advantage.
Sure.
I believe.
Let's see. 20.
So you can kind of tell that he is obviously hiding something. He's just, now look, I care much about this town and hold no ill intentions to this town if that's what you're trying to get after.
No, but you're trying to hide it so that your reputation of the town gets better. But if you want to, like, eventually people will figure out. So either we solve this now and you tell us the truth, or you eventually take the fall.
What matters?
Like, sorry that we go through extreme measures.
Why does this matter mean so much to you if whatever happens to this little town?
Because it's not about you and your stupid reputation. It's about the people getting hurt for no reason other than your pride.
Fine. If you really want to know so much, how about you just take this blade out of my back? We can have a proper discussion.
It's like I will shift into. I will at this point go into my story form so that and I just have the arches sort of peek out. Well, no funny business and tell me the truth.
As he kind of like backs up just a little bit and kind of turns around and he's just, now, what is it that you're wanting to know exactly?
So obviously people are getting ill and hurt for no reason. Or like for some reason. There is a reason. It's like, what are you trying to hide?
Well, I think a lot of folks can get illnesses that might be natural.
I did say no lying, right? Because I know for a fact that what I got earlier was not natural in any way or form.
I'm not lying.
Well, withholding the truth is also lying, in my opinion.
I'm telling you the truth. Okay. There might be some weird coincidences, but nothing that. And I'll say with your insight as well. You see, he's like trying to buy time.
Yeah, as he's trying to buy time, the archer will shoot him in the leg.
Go ahead and do
so.
so.
I'll just roll an attack. I will roll an attack roll. There we go. Attack 24 9 damage.
Did you just kill a guy?
No.
I'm
She
not
shot
doing
him
it.
in the
I'm
leg.
doing.
Pretty
you take him
close
into the
to
negative
it.
over his max
Yeah,
health.
I know. It's also like non-lethal damage, just not to kill him. So, but anyway, it's like I still shoot him in. She shoots him in the leg.
He like, so Garbu, as you guys were told to wait outside, Elise kind of like shapeshift and disappeared. So you guys are kind of sitting out front a little bit, and you can see
You walked out and back to her desk, right?
she did, but she seems nervous, if you will. But then like after a few minutes or two, like you hear like a decent sound of a bang, and that's definitely him also hitting the floor, like he got shot and hit the floor pretty freaking hard.
I just also nervously look at the receptionist.
Like as
We're
that
just
happens,
making
as
nervous eye contact, just like
And
as
she kind of like,
as that happens, as I shoot him, I'm gonna use my earring of message at the Garbu. He's buying time for something. Something's happening.
I didn't hear him say that they were getting the guards, right?
No.
nobody.
I don't
Exactly,
know.
and I don't know, like
That's
oh
what
yeah,
he's
I
buying
knew
time.
that. Like
Out of character,
I know that.
think he's buying time for the
Yeah,
guards.
exactly.
In
Sorry, I
character,
forgot.
Garbu has no idea.
Yeah, I forgot. I listened to that conversation. I said
Yes.
like he's buying time to get guards. Guards are coming. I'm trying to get information.
Well,
Do I have any clue what's going on?
no.
Can I respond to
Yeah.
this? I
Yes,
just
you can.
say that. No, that's all you get.
Oh,
back.
okay.
Can I
God.
respond to this?
Well,
Anyway,
as he kind of falls to the floor and like trying to hold his leg and just, oh, you son of a, oh, what's the
I
matter
feel
with
the
you? Like
screaming.
he is cussing, and she's just like even looking and stand up, and she like bolts out the door.
Can I, as she's going to bolt out the door, can I do something?
What do you want to do?
Listen, we escalated. I heard a thump.
yeah,
in the other
Oh
room.
yeah,
my
we're
god.
escalating. We're having fun.
Hold person, I need you to roll a save.
Oh my gosh.
Do I know he's casting a spell?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stop! What are you doing?
You say that as she runs out the door, and I'm just like,
She feels like a little tug, and as she kind of opens the door, she is just blood screaming. Help! Help!
It's time to go. It's time to go. I'm going
Yeah,
straight
it's
to the
time
door.
to go.
I'm going
I'm
straight
going
to
to-
open the door.
"Hey, is there a window on the other side of
Like-
the building from the door that I can see?
No. I'm gonna go try to get our guys out. I'm gonna go try to tell Elise, like, hey, let's go.
The way I'm kind of picturing it, I would assume there might be a window, like a good couple, like maybe 10 or 15 feet from the
I
front
hear
door.
go, and I'm going for the window.
Get the cart! Get the cart!
Okay. At least as you kind of hear somebody screaming in the background, and he's just kind of cussing at you. What are you doing?
I'm just like you tell me the truth. I'll just end your life. I don't care anymore. It's like these people. You've already done enough to hurt them, and by not doing anything about this, and you can either choose to tell me the truth or you choose to die. I don't care anymore.
Make either intimidation or persuasion with advantage, regardless of which one you do.
The persuasion. I don't know because my higher rolls. 18.
18.
As he's kind of like holding his lead in again, it's not like massive blood or anything like that. Not like you shot it off, but feels like you shot it off. I mean, he is old, by the way.
Yeah, I don't care. Like
He
I'm
took
not
an
playing it
arrow
to.
to the knee, DM.
Yeah.
Well, it was his leg, not his knee. But
So it's like the thigh.
anyways, he's just, I don't know what's going on. Oh, you son of a... And he kind of cusses at you a little bit more, and he's just
Daughter.
random shit that keeps fucking happening, and it's like, we don't know what it is. It happens occasionally. It's nothing to be this freaking serious about. Oh, like...
I mean, like, why do you keep lying and trying to deceive us when you could have just told us that you didn't fucking know? How hard is that to admit?
Because nobody needs to know why. Nothing seriously has ever came bad from all of this.
And
Let
what
him
if the
chill
steel
now.
talents? And what if the steel talents come by and they see what's going on and they try to figure things out? How
I
about
want
that?
to see that you tried to shoot my leg off, you crazy.
I mean, I can fix it.
I like how it
and-
cuts
Should
off.
we transition back to Cole, who's having a conversation with the guards probably when they get a message?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
You know
Yeah.
what? Why don't we
Yeah.
skip to that, by the way?
Shouldn't we transition, cut away to Cole, who's just having a normal conversation with some old friends as they get alerted that someone's attacking Town Hall?
You know, I love this. So yes. So Aeth. As everybody went to go talk to the doctors and then eventually went back to the town hall, you went looking for some guards, and I'd say for a good couple of minutes you were, you know, shooting the shit, if you will. But now you're trying to get to the point. So go ahead.
I know this is a weird question to ask, but like, you guys getting like random ailments? Would you want? Could you tell me like what could that be from? Is it just
Random
seasonal?
ailments? You mean like the cold or something?
Apparently one of my friends seen someone here throw up blood.
Well,
Didn't
I
seem like
mean,
it.
I think I've seen that happen a while back. I mean, wasn't he just sick or something? Didn't he eat something bad? And then cause of blood? Look, I kind of just stick to my thing. It's kind of boring out here, right? I don't tend to see a lot of them.
Yeah, I
Well,
understand.
I don't know. There does seem to be a little bit of weird things happening occasionally, but like, you know,
Nothing changed.
a shopkeep having a sore back or something, but didn't do anything all day. Well, at least what little bit of talk and rumors I hear, they look between us. They think this town is cursed. And the other guy's just like, tell me you don't believe that, right? Look, I'll believe the truth, and that if people believe it, I believe it. Oh my God, here we go again. Look, you don't always listen to me. I'm telling you, it's this. Look, people tend to think that there's some witch doctor, if you will. They call him the cruel torturer, but we don't see anything happening
It's
here.
more, it's not really cruel. It's more like mild inconvenience, doctor. Or torturer.
I mean, you're not wrong. See, nothing makes sense with this. So why are you believing in this superstition anyway? Look, buddy, come on. And he kind of pulls out like a little notepad, and he's like, I have proof. I've been looking. Not again.
This is the guy. This is the person we need to talk to. The fucking guy.
Right now, I'm not gonna lie.
I thought we went over this, right?
We were just screwing up.
We
and
went
Abe
to the.
just got answers.
We
went to that whole therapy thing, right? And you can't be doing this now. Not in front of. Come on, look. He asked, and I'm just trying to be. And that's when like they kind of get.
They
Hey
hear a blood
guys,
curdling
there's
scream.
something happened at Town City. Oh shit, we gotta go. Yeah, hey, we'll be right back. I mean, you know, we gotta go take care of this. Whatever's happening. Yeah.
Oh, I'll go with it. You know, I mean, whatever it could be, it shouldn't be that major.
Sure, more the merrier, right? If plus if it's somebody that needs to be beaten, we'll allow you to get a couple hits in. So
just wait until I go full murder mode. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I'm
Wow.
I've got plans.
so
To be like, hey,
It's refreshing to be on the other side of
as-
the dumb shenanigans.
as they are running up, Garbu, you
jumping
had
out a
already
window
jumped
in the
out of
back,
a window. What are you doing at that point? And Clarence,
heading
what are
for the
you
cart.
doing?
Which is parked out front. So I'm gonna jump out the window and then try and make my way around the building, trying to be as inconspicuous as possible to get to the cart.
Make a
Speed
deception
walking.
check.
Speed walking.
with
Yep.
disadvantage.
So listen, I don't even need the disadvantage. 6.
6.
Very good. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Clarence, what are you doing?
I'm gonna open the door and briefly say, "Hey, 5-0's coming. We gotta go." And then I'm
You-
gonna
Five
immediately
ups.
bolt.
Who's coming?
You try to go open the door, and it's like it doesn't budge. As you can tell, it's locked.
Oh, if it's locked, I'm gone.
No, I stopped him from locking
That
it.
window Garbu went out. I'm going out.
Unless he locked it as I was.
No,
okay,
no.
maybe
This
could have.
it was right after the secretary walked out. He shut the door behind her and locked it, and
Okay.
then
instant.
turned around, and that's when you came out and did your stuff.
Then I'm gonna try to stealth out of this thing. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you see Garbu just kind of
Where
hustling to the cart,
where
running
where,
full speed.
where are you trying to stealth out at?
That window Garbu went out of, I'm assuming it's to like a side alley or something. I'm going out that window, and then I'm trying to stealth. Literally, I just don't want to be found.
Okay, so go ahead and make a stealth check.
Sorry.
There is no alley. It's just like
Oh,
imagine like like a couple of trees, and it's like
Oh
Like
my
the-
god.
like maybe a very small park within a town or something. Like it's that. And when
that's where I am.
when I say small, like I'm meaning like there's probably legitly like 3 or 4 trees.
I'm
and that,
behind
like-
one of them.
That's... And there's like guards kind of wherever, and we're all over.
Are you behind or did you climb it?
No, he said
Yes.
behind it.
Yes.
So back to you, Elise.
I'm just
as-
gonna pick up his keys. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna go open the door. I'm gonna go leave now. I'm gonna heal you, and we call it
Wait,
even. And we'll try to go figure some shit out. But sorry for escalating. I'm new to this shit, and I got frustrated. Anyway, I'm
I
gonna
think
heal you now.
Someone's dead right now. I
He-
just want to say
Nah.
that.
As you like try to
Yes.
get close, he like keeps backing up and like throwing whatever he can at you, and it's just like, "Don't you dare try to finish the job! How? No, you ain't killing me!" And he's like,
Like, can you fucking listen? I'm just gonna be like,
You
old
hear this
man.
from outside while I'm running to the cart.
And
I
it's
like
like,
when
oh,
he
I'm
yells.
Because I'm running around the building and I feel like the office is on the side. So as I'm running past the window, do I hear him yelling this?
"No, I'm picturing you running the other way."
Okay.
I
was
mean,
gonna say, if
whatever.
I
I'm
hear
just gonna.
this, I'm running past the cart and I'm just running. I'm just continuing to
Um,
run.
I'm just gonna
So-
pick up the key and I'm just gonna walk to the door and then I'm gonna look back at him and I'm gonna cast healing word on him.
Okay. So here's
Oh
how
my
we're gonna
God.
get to this. So you cast healing word on him, and as you pretty much came out the door, there's like 3 to 4 guards, with Aeth kind of like
Oh, he heals. He completely heals all the damage I did to him.
that
Arrow just kind of pops out of his leg.
that
I mean, it's not really an actual arrow. It's a
Ah.
like energy
You-
arrow.
You see like 4 guards that kind of like stop you at the front door. Aeth is right behind them, like almost like he's a part of them. As Garbu kind of comes around the corner, there was a woman that screamed, "There's the little yeah, she won't be. It's just like, oh, there's that little kobold. He's part of the whole thing." And like
I
another
love how
guard, like
it cuts out like the sensor.
another guard like kind of looks and is like, "Hey, you stop right there!" And he kind of like goes to chase after you.
Wait. Let me roll a wisdom check. Low, things are probably not going to get any better.
Oh no.
Okay, 23. He says stop. I
Um,
just freeze. Hands up, head down.
and
My hands only come up to like his kneecap, but they are up in the air.
he
Uh-oh.
like as he kind of like gets up to you, and he's just like kind of runs and like holds his sword out at you, and it's just at this point in time, Elise and Garbu are technically under.
When he puts the sword up to me, I'm gonna be like, I had nothing to do with the murder. I was just talking. I had nothing to do with it. I heard the thump and I ran.
He's just this guy. Hold on. I really gotta tell.
Okay. It's been about
Okay.
It's been about everything went to shit.
Yeah,
I love it.
Garbu, high or low,
High.
and whatever you pick is the aggressive.
Okay, high.
Okay.
Oh!
So
You're lucky.
he's okay. So he's just
I had nothing to do with the murder.
he does kind of come and quickly try to put you in shackles, and
I
get
heard a
those
thump and I ran.
and get those on you, and then
I just keep repeating the same phrase over and over again.
the other 3 guards, including or not including, but with Aeth, as they're holding those swords at you, stop right there in the name of the law. And
Law. At least internally giggles when they say that. Is that a catchphrase? Is that a catchphrase?
It's just like internally.
You
it's
have
like,
no
oh,
no
no.
idea how bad I really, and I'm gonna say it now so I can get it out, but it's just like I really like, hold right there, you violated my mother.
Well, I violated their granddaddy, I guess, in a way.
Yep, something like that. So
I just look at them and I'll be like, is that a catchphrase for this town?
Did I get away with
Oh.
stealthing?
I think so.
Oh my God.
for the moment. So
I just look at them and say like, well, he's fine. I don't know. He just was being a bitch about things.
we will come back to this next time.
No, goddammit.
Oh.
I wanted to kill some
Oh.
guards. Hello.
No,
Oh
listen.
my.
If I rolled low on that wisdom check, if it was below 10, you know what I was gonna do?
Kill him.
No.
I was going for spirit guardians.
Oh, that would have been
Oh my
problematic.
Considered
God.
enemies.
That
I
would
was
have been
going
problematic.
spirit guardians and I was running. If he's following me, he's taking damage.
Well, on
I
that
love this.
note, we'll see what happens when we come back and how they deal with this lovely, lovely scenario. So, as always,
Chaos.
I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later. Bye.